Alright there, folks. Hello there. This is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena Draft video. Crimson Vow is going to be released in less than a week. And yeah, the whole set has been released now. This could be my final video for Innistrad Midnight Hunt. And then also there's Premier Draft core sets, which is pretty exciting to maybe dive into. Which is basically Core Set 2019, Core Set 2020, and Core Set 2021. So that should be pretty interesting. But anyways, we're going to do some more Premier Draft Midnight Hunt, and then maybe once that's over, we're going to do some Premier Draft core sets. Or if I make enough gold, we'll just do another Midnight Hunt quick draft and get that over with, and then save the Premier draft, the Premier Core draft, as a nice gift at the end of this video. But yeah, from the looks of it, it seems like blue is getting nerfed hard in the next set, and it's just going to be like Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, where black-red seems to be the dominant archetype. So basically, you just switch blue and red. Although I think the best color in the in Crimson Vow will probably be black. Looking at the rares, mythics, and uncommons and commons, they're pretty absurd. And then red and white are close in terms of power level. I think red slightly edges white more because it just has so much synergy with black. So I think it's going to be an aggressive format, and the Mardu colors are where you're going to be, where you want to be instead of the Esper colors. It's just that there's a lot of exile that interferes with the blue disturb stuff, and the disturb is no longer creatures but auras, so you need a steady stream of creatures to enchant the auras onto, and then also, it seems like it's all three of the colors, white, red, black, all want to be pretty aggressive. Yeah, I think the blue control decks are going to take a hard hit. And yeah, there's also not much zombies to exploit in blue, so keep that in mind. So yeah, I think black-red is going to be where you want to lean towards in the next set, just like what you did in AFR. So just switch red and blue around, and then you basically kind of might have figured out the form. But I mean, the set hasn't been released, so this is just basically me guessing on, not guessing, but looking at all the cards and over and looking at the all around the pictures. Obviously, there are some nuances that I might not know about. Some minor nuances. For example, I don't know what the top commons are. I don't know what the cards that are underrated are. But we'll see. Anyways, we'll do Innistrad Midnight Hunts. Let's draft some blue cards. What do we have here? Pack one, pick one. Do we have a blue bomb? Do we have a blue common? Do we have a blue uncommon? We don't. Alright, so between Diregraph Horde and Revenge of the Drowned, it's kind of interesting. These are like the top commons. I think I have a Diregraph Horde listed higher than Revenge of the Drowned. It's just so powerful, making the 2/2/2 black zombie tokens and being able to exile Anzabody is great. Revenge of the Drowned is in blue the best color, but I don't think black is too far off from blue in this set. Like, it's slightly weaker than blue, but not by much. And I think Diregraph Horde is just a better card. So we'll just take our Mythic Common here. I think this is what I would consider the third best common in the set. It goes Organ Hoarder, Static Awakener, and Diregraph Horde for sure. And we'll definitely take it over the Colorless card. This card is just too strong, enables too many synergies, and yeah, other than that, the other commons I'm looking at are Lunarch Veteran. Chaplain is fine, but I'd rather take Lunarch, and then second pick will be Revenge. But yeah, let's take Diregraph Horde. Easy first pick. Second pick, we can maybe go Black-White Sacrifice and take Rite of Oblivion. This card's really powerful, but obviously you need some tokens to sack. Zombie tokens, 1/1 tokens that some creatures leave behind are quite strong. So I'll take it here over Crawl from the Cellar, which would keep us open here. And I don't need, if I'm in base black, I don't need to prioritize something like Silver Bow since there's removal in black anyways. But right is probably the most powerful card in this pack, and yeah, we'll see if we end up splashing or just going two colors. The Delver is only really playable in the blue spells based deck, and you need to be heavy spells, and sometimes you don't get going. Okay, Siege Zombie is definitely an overperformer, great common, especially great with the whole zombies thing going on. Diregraph Horde, this card can almost be a bomb in the late game. Obviously, it's not a bomb, but it can be close to an uncommon in the set, given how wide you can go with the zombie token. So we'll take it here. Village Watch is okay. There's Lunar Frenzy, which I do like as a combat trick in a red-based creature deck. Definitely can be really powerful and can lead to blowouts or just win you the game. But yeah, red is the worst color in this set, and the red creature-based deck definitely aren't great given the amount of interaction there is at common. So we'll take Siege Zombie. Nothing else I'm too excited about in this pack. Had we first pick Revenge of the Drowned, we still take Rite of Oblivion, so got a better start. I found that, between black and blue, it isn't wrong taking one common over the other. Here, Phantom Carriage is good, but better in the Bant Disturb flashback deck, so if you can put things into the graveyard and reanimate them, or play the Disturb copy, then Phantom Carriage is quite good. But in blue-black, I'm not particularly excited about it. In black-white, I don't mind Chaplain the Alms, but again, we don't know for black-white, so we'll just take a second Siege Zombie. It's powerful enough. The second pick out of this pack is probably would be Chaplain, so if I end up black-white, it's a good creature to sacrifice and disturb out later. But we'll just take a million Siege Zombies and just try to burn the opponent out. Because it just becomes a must-kill threat in the late game. Because it can just keep grinding the opponent. So this common definitely has overperformed. And okay, Hobbling Zombie versus Falcon versus Nimbleghast Intruder. I could stay open here and still take the Hobbling Zombie. I mean, I think Falcon Abomination is definitely better than Hobbling Zombie, but Hobbling Zombie still keeps us on color and still a pretty good card. And yeah, if I had a choice between Falcon Abom or Nimbleghast Intruder for this deck, I would probably take the Falcon Abomination. Yeah, given that it makes a zombie which has more synergy with the Siege Zombies. Nimbleghast Intruder is great though, but I think we actually just played safe and take the Hobbling Zombie just to, again, stay on one color. And it's still a good card, like a 3/3 Death Touch is no joke, and the fact that it leaves behind a body is also quite relevant. So we'll stay on color, otherwise I'd be looking at Falcon Abomination, maybe moving to blue-black. But again, we don't know if blue's open, even though we got past those late blue cards, which is funny, and now we got past another exciting blue card, Flip the Switch, also overperforms. Also, I do like Dawnhart Mentor. It's pretty good in the Bant colors, since it's a nice creature that can enable Coven for the green-white aggro Coven deck, and then also good in blue-green. If you're trying to get to the late game, it becomes a pretty powerful mana sink. But we'll just take a Flip the Switch over No Way Out. I think No Way Out is the worst spell that makes a zombie a common, but still quite playable. But we'll take Flip, just a powerful counter spell. Plays pretty good Flash, and then the fact that it makes a zombie is also great. So, yeah, maybe if we end up blue-black, we might have missed out on Falcon. But, again, Hobbling Zombie isn't too bad. Still keeps us on card. Still a pretty good card in black. And we'll take maybe a second Flip. Yeah, I'll take over Rotten Reunion. We can pick up one later. I don't want multiples of each. This card does also overperform. The funny thing is you can, it's basically 3-mana make 2/2/2 zombies and exile 2 cards. And then the nice thing about this is that it's instant speed. So sometimes if you're trying to get the last attack in and make the opponent play defense, you could just flash this back. But I'll take another Flip. I think the card's just too powerful, and maybe this can allow me cut off blue, and we can just end up in a nuts zombie deck. Alright, this pack isn't too exciting. Probably looking at Novice Occultist. If we do end up with ways to sack this, it could be decent. Maybe with a Static Awakeners. Even Rite of Oblivion, I guess, is quite good. Yeah, we'll take it. Nothing too exciting. I don't even like a lot of the green, black, green, gold cards and uncommons are not very good. But Novice Occultist is decent, so we'll take it. And I could take a second one. This could make bodies, but I haven't been impressed by it. So we'll just take double Novice Occultist. Plays pretty good Rite of Oblivion, assuming we end up in black-white. But right now we're just mono-black, which is fine. We could be black-white, blue-black. You definitely want to be in the Esper combinations, color combinations in this set. And then if you can't be in Esper, at least be in blue-whites or green-blue. I think those are like tier 1 and tier 2. And Unblinking Observer, not a big fan of it. It could be okay, but we have a lot of 2s already. And black-white, I guess we can take maybe Homestead Courage if that's available. I don't know. Both of them are just kind of filler. I'll take a Homestead Courage. Not excited about any of these cards. And then I don't think I'm even interested in Sanctifier in black-white, so I'll just take Rejuvenator. Because it seems like green is kind of open. We could end up like black-green, good stuff. If we open something, a bomb like Tovolar or Seraph or Augur of Autumn, we can go into black-green or something, but yep, overall it seems like we are in a pod full of people that know how to draft, so obviously seeing some bad cards that we're not interested in, so. Alright, let's try to hope for pack 2. Pick up a nice bomb rare in our colors, we'll see. As we open up. Nothing exciting. Memory Deluge is fine. There's also Odric's Outrider, which is pretty good in black-whites, as best in black-whites. Baneblade is okay. Not too excited about that card either. Between these two, like, I think blue-black is better than black-white. However, there are 4-drops in blue, like Organ Hoarder, which can, basically do the same thing, but it's a creature. I'm kind of down to just take the Odric's Outrider. It's a solid body, plays pretty well in black-white. We saw some late white cards in the last pack. Also saw some late blue cards. It's a mix of both. I wouldn't fault anyone for taking Memory Deluge, but again, there's Organ Hoarder on turn 4 if we do pick it up at common, and black is open. Organ Hoarder is just way better than Memory Deluge. The double blue is also a little bit difficult to cast. So I think I like the Odric's Outrider in case we end up black-whites. But this pack wasn't very exciting. Take the Fenestrate here. Alternatively, not much. Baithook Angler is fine. Gavny Trapper. Evolving Wilds. Yeah, just take a good black removal spell common. And then what else do we get here? Crawl. Yeah, this pack hasn't been very exciting. I guess we can take our first copy of Crawl from a seller to buy back our black commons. Seize the Storm, pretty good in blue-red. Some other black-green cards, which are fine. But I'm hoping I don't end up black-green if I can. Ooh, Flesh Taker, okay. I mean, I could stay open with Hobbling Zombie, but I think Flesh Taker is pretty powerful. Yeah, we'll try Flesh Taker, given that we took Odric's Outrider. I don't want to miss up on it. And, yeah, I could stay open again with Hobbling Zombie, but Flesh Taker is a good incentive to take Flesh Taker now that we have double Novice Occultist, Odric's Outrider, and Rite of Oblivion. So I'm hoping black-white tokens could be open, black-white sacrifice tokens. Either way, I don't think I need to prioritize a second Hobbling Zombie. Flesh Taker is just too powerful, so we'll take it. And then there's another Flip the Switch. I guess I can take my Ron Reunion now. There's a fine 5-drop, 3-drop in whites. Don't mind a Ron Reunion, even in black-whites. It can make zombies as well. And yeah, I don't think I need a third flip. I'll just take another mono black card and see what's up as we get past Lunarch Veteran and Hobbling Zombie. Okay. We're not seeing a ton of blue. I might actually just take the Lunarch Veteran here. It's a good creature to stack, and it's a 1-drop, which is very key. And it just gains you a ton of life for the black-white deck, so you can grind the opponent out. You know what? I'll try the Lunarch Veteran here, and, we'll try to beat black-white now, given the circumstance we're in. And then we'll just take a random 3-drop. Don't think I need a second Ron Reunion. So, I guess as black-white sacrifice it is. It seems like blue is definitely highly contested around the table, and we're not seeing it from our left-hand side. So maybe the pod has figured out that they want to draft blue, so we'll just maybe be the black-white drafters. I also like Blessed Defiance a lot. This is another random 3-drop. I like one copy of Blessed Defiance. It actually has overperformed. Don't need to prioritize this. We'll pick up more later in the next pack. One copy has been pretty impressive. Just the joke about this is that it's Bone Splinters. Basic Bone Splinters is a spell at sorcery speed where you sacrifice a creature, destroy another target creature. So sometimes you can use Blessed Defiance to trade up, and then by using it to trade up, you can kill a creature, gain some life. Yeah, another replaceable 3-drop. I'll take Gavny Trapper. Unruly Mob is best in black-white, but again, I'm not excited. I'll just try to take my first copy of this in case I need to enable Coven for some synergies in whites. I don't know. But overall, the deck seems okay. It seems like blue-black doesn't seem possible in this pod, so I'm going to just try to draft black-white if I can. Black-green also kind of looks open, but again, the green cards aren't very exciting. Saw some Grizzly Outghouls, saw some Burly Breakers, but, I'm not very excited about any of those cards. Like, green and red aren't very deep in the set. I might actually think red is better than green, given that the red base spells decks with Vessel Crashers can be quite potent, whereas green, you kind of just have to be in blue-green with the whole self-mill thing to really get things going, or somehow end up with a bunch of Harvest-Tide Sentries in a white-green Coven deck, but yeah. There's definitely a color imbalance in the set, as we see a Grizzly Ghoul. Okay. I guess I'll just take it, but hopefully we end up black-white if I can. So we should maybe prioritize white spells in the next pack, since we kind of send a signal that black is more open. So maybe there's a higher chance that the black cards can wheel. So, yeah, third pack, hopefully get lucky. Second diagraph for it, please. Nope. I don't mind Curse of Leeches. I also don't mind Defenestrate, but Defenestrate is probably the worst of the black removal spells at common, given that it doesn't target flyers. Curse is quite good. I don't think it's busted by any means, but just a good card. Also, Blade Stitch Cob. If we knew we were in blue, I would take it, but blue did seem very dry in the second pack, so I highly doubt we are going to be in blue. But Curse is good. Just a nice enchantment, can drain the opponent. It's not by any means busted, but when it flips into a 4/4 lifelink, it's pretty nice. And yeah, it's also drains the opponent like the Siege Zombie, so it's also a card that must be answered. Okay, got past a pretty nice white uncommon. Double white is not the easiest to cast, but it's still really good. Just a nice 3/3 body with Ward 1. Gains you card advantage if it switches day to nighttime. Not the best white uncommon. The best one is probably the 3/3 that gives double strike if you have Coven. Revenge also great, but we know we're more committed to black-white, so we'll take Gavany. So our 3-drops are looking good. We'll take Search Party here over Beloved Beggar. Haven't been very impressed by this card. Sure, it's decent in black-white since you can sacrifice it and cast it later, but 6 mana is a lot, and usually just ends up getting exiled by Diregraph Hordes. Also seeing late clear shot, so black-green could be a thing, but again, we're black-white, so take Search Party. And then, okay, this pack sucks. Could main deck a Sun Go Barrage, like 1 copy isn't bad. Our removal is kind of light. We have only Rite of Oblivion, Defenestrate, and a Tapper. Maybe Blessed Defiance, so I don't mind main decking Sun Go Barrage. I'm also not very impressed by the green cards either, so I don't think I'm transitioning. Black-white isn't a solid archetype. It's definitely not tier 1, but, you know, around the top tier 2s. I don't think we have the best black-white deck. I've definitely drafted a lot better, but sometimes you just gotta make it happen. If you're in a table full of good drafters, they will cut you off of the best cards, and yeah, you don't get the best deck, but it's again okay. I can live with it. Not a lot of ways to finish. Like, we don't have any flyers to close out. That's the problem. Yeah, I could have used the 5 mana 3/4 in this deck, the Soul Guide Gryph. We do have Siege Zombies that can keep draining, though, in the late game. Sometimes we can just hit the opponent a bit and then close out with, like, Curse of Leeches or Siege Zombie. So, Black-White is not aggro. It could be a bit aggressive, but it's more like a mid-range grind deck, where you're just trying to grind the opponent out by recurring things with value, sacrificing things with and gaining value. Okay, a Static Awakener was a gift. Pick 5, the second best common in the set. And yeah, I would take this over Falcon Abomination and Revenge of the Drowned. So we'll take it here. And yeah, it's another good sack outlet, so plays pretty well with what we currently have so far. Basically 4 mana, 4 for draw card. Ooh, Clarion Cathars is decent. It makes a 1/1 token. We're lacking 4 drops. Silver Bow is also fine, but I'd rather just have my first copy of Clarion given what we have. Also, yeah, the 1/1 token is really relevant. Helps us go wide with Siege Zombie, and also a 1/1 token we can sacrifice to either Rites or a Static Awakener. Outside that, or Flesh Taker, I guess we have 3 sack outlets in the deck. Not a ton, but this is solid. Could even run 16 lands if the deck goes bad. Here I'm going to take Evolving Wilds. I don't think I care about the 3 or the Blessed Defiance. It's important to at least take one of these in case, because we don't have any fixing for the deck. And this makes it easier to go 2 colors. Like, Argon Outlaw would be fine too, but yeah, Evolving Wilds is decent. Okay, second crawl. We could main deck 2 copies if we don't get any more playables. Not sure if I will, but I'll put it in a sideboard. Homestead Courage, we have one in the sideboard already. I mean, Thraben Exorcism is not really something I would main deck, so I guess I'll take that. And then we're running 15 creatures, so we are at the minimum at least, which I think is important. But some of our creatures aren't really going to be attacking much. Wow, pretty late. Eccentric Farmer, best green common. Yeah, some of our creatures won't be attacking much, like Trapper, Lunarch Veteran, or even the Occultist. So if you think about it, we're actually kind of light on creatures, in a sense. So what do I want to play here? Maybe we do just need to play the second crawl just to have that extra recursion for creatures. Like Blade Brand is fine. I think I like that more than Homestead Courage in this deck. And okay, I guess Unruly Mob can maybe make the cut. It's not a bad card to have. That way we have 23 cards, which is decent, and we don't have the main deck double crawl from the cellar. I could also run 16 lands with Blade Brand. That could be the thing. Blade Brand isn't great, but in black-white, it's going to be where it's best, where it's at best, where you have 1/1 counters, 1/1 tokens to chump and give Death Touch. But let's see. I'm definitely going to keep all these cards. Our curve looks relatively low, so I could see a 16-lander. Looking at interactions, Sungold Barrage, Blessed Defiance, and Rite of Oblivion and Defenestrate. Our curve, okay, I don't care about this. This is our curve, 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, 4s and 5s, and we're running 16 creatures, 40 cards. I mean, yeah, this could be fine. The only problem is that if I can't sack these Novice Occultists is really annoying. I do like the Ron Reunions because we don't have any exile effects, and exile effects are really relevant in this set outside of, I guess, Diregraph Horde. We don't have much going on. Do I want to run 16 lands? Probably not. Just not take the risk and just run 17 could be reasonable. Because Evolving Wilds doesn't actually count as an extra land, since you have to sacrifice it and just fetch a land, so it's actually kind of like 16 lands anyways by throwing in Evolving Wilds. Yeah, the only 2 cards I can consider is like Crawl and maybe Blade Brand. Candle Trap is not reliable. Homestead Courage, we're playing to sack our creatures, so we don't really have ways to put too many 1/1 counters onto their stuff. Yeah, we have 1 Crawl, so I don't need to prioritize it. 1 Blade, we don't need Blade Brand. I rather think I want Sungold Barrage in this deck. All right, let's try this out, see how it goes. So not a ton of removal, some interaction. And the game plan is, again, just chip in for some early damage and then just kind of drain them out with Siege Zombies. Ways to recur our creatures as well. And the more creatures, the better with Ron Reunion. So, and Blessed Defiance. Yeah, let's try this out, see how it goes. Picture Flesh Taker, a Static Awakener. I love this art, so crazy. And then, yeah, keep it even split with the Evolving Wilds. It's good. Let's give this a shot. And yeah, hopefully we do well. If not, we can maybe make enough gold to do a quick draft, and then once we finish the quick draft, we can maybe do some premier core set premier drafts, which are pretty fun. And obviously they're core sets, so you need to worry too much about synergy as much compared to like the Ravnica premier draft, since like the sets can overlap and you aren't really forced into a guild immediately, so you can still draft monocolor and get away with it. Whereas like the guilds of Ravnica into Ravnica Legions is really awkward, and you're basically just forced into 5-color bombs or removal, essentially. Like it's just they're just like, if you end up in like Boros is great. For example, Boros is great in Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Legions. It isn't well supported. And then War of Spark, Boros is just a bad archetype that you should never even be in. Dimir, I guess, is pretty good in War of Spark, but again, it doesn't exist in Legions. So maybe the strategy is to force blue, or force black, and or go 5 colors. Who knows? Anyways, not a bad start. We can turn 1 Lunarch Veteran into Unruly Mob. Third land can give us Curse of Leeches. I'll try this. And I guess we're on the draw, so we get that extra card advantage. And playing a turn 1 Consider. So we'll see what this is. Hoping we can get a 3rd land, but I think this hand is worth keeping. We can even attack with Lunarch Veteran or block and use Blessed Defiance to maybe enhance the Unruly Mob. Question is, do I attack? I don't mind attacking and trading into this. Is not bad. And if he does, that's fine. I mean, I get to get value off of Blessed Defiance. He probably knows the value or Flare's Faith. But if not, I can still play an Unruly Mob and gain some life and take it from there. So opponent could be playing a blue-black busted deck. We'll see. Falcon Abomination, Hobbling Zombie, flip the switch. We can see a bunch of stuff here. So if he has one of those, I might just pass the turn and cast Defenestrate on the Blaze-Stitch Gob at the end of his turn, because if he's keeping up flip the switch, it's going to be annoying to try to resolve this Curse of Leeches as the opponent plays his own Curse of Leeches. Okay, so I guess we have our own, so... Right, I guess I attack for 2 and just play my own. So, yep, copy me, I copy you. It's funny, we might even have removal. So, it's kind of funny. So if he passes the turn, he could be keeping up Counterspell. So I might want to be careful here. I'm still going to attack with my 4/4 and just pass, maybe keep up Defenestrate. I will attack. And if he has a trick, I'll just Defenestrate this. Trading is fine. Okay. So if he's just gonna allow that to happen, he could be keeping up a Flip the Switch or Revenge. Either way, I think I'm gonna play out the Ritual Guarding. I don't really feel the need to do anything else here. He's gonna have cast Flip the Switch. Yeah, I'm fine having this countered. It's not like an amazing card, so this is fine. It's serviceable. I have to bait it out eventually, and it's better. This is worse than Odric's Outrider. Cut Purse, okay. Ghoulish Procession, so he's gonna go off with the whole zombies thing. Yeah, I guess I just play Odric's Outrider and pass. Sure. And then no need to attack. Next turn maybe we can do something, we'll see. The Death Touch on this is pretty annoying if he brings it back. So, I don't know, I might have to force myself to trade off for it. Not sure. So I just block this and get this out of the way. I mean, I can, but it doesn't seem great since he can just reanimate as a Death Touch creature. So this is fine. I'll take it, and then maybe next turn we will do some attacks, maybe. He's probably not going to trade the Blaze-Stitch Gob because it's just too important. If he does, I actually don't mind it. Let's see. We're definitely going to find white mana here. I could force the Blessed Defiance here. I could also just Defenestrate now for the hell with this attack. I think that's fine. It's a zombie, I don't care. Yeah, and I will attack with both. If he blocks with a 2/2, I will Blessed Defiance and take it out. And if not, we still have good tempo since the zombies just end up dying if he casts it, so it's fine. And I don't understand why people should. I don't understand the idea of playing out lands when you don't have to. So yeah, we're just gonna maybe attack with the 2/4 and the 1/1 and say go. Might chump with it, which I don't mind as well. A Static Awakener is great, especially with Lunarch Veteran, but I think I'll attack with a 2/4 and a 1/1 here. And then if he takes it, that's good. Alright, sure. So Unruly Mob gets a counter, and I can also put a counter somewhere as well. So how about just a counter on Odric itself? And then Unruly Mob also gets a counter too. And then we can also just play Lunarch Veteran, I guess. And nah, let's just tap out and be mana efficient. Dawn Guard is fine, and then the Static Awakener is also fine. And then yeah, we make a daytime, can find a Gavny Trapper, which can halt the Death Touch creature. Lunarch Veteran is nice too. Mysterious Tome is kind of annoying. Yeah, I guess we can free roll him next turn and attack. So that's not bad. So yeah, we could hit for a lot next turn, which is good. Sure. But he can't cast anything. Yeah, we'll take 2. Am I gonna die next turn if he plays the Blade Stitch Goblet? Let's think here. Are we going to die? Um, this is gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we're not gonna die even if he plays the Blade Stitch Scob. So I think what we can do is we can play land, cast Lunarch Veteran, and attack with all. We can even use the Blessed Defiance to trade for the 2/2. Yeah, this will keep him back. And then we'll play Gavony Trapper, and then we can just pass the turn. And then Gavony Trapper can also just tap down the Covert Cut Purse. So let's do the math again. 4 plus 10, 11, 12. So I'll be down to 4, which is not lethal. And yeah, I don't think he can realistically deal 4 damage to me unless he has Dreadhound. So, okay, so he can use Chilling Chronicle to tap my biggest creature. I can still tap down the 2/2 Death Touch and attack with all. And take it from there. So, yeah, I think we have this game. The opponent doesn't really have a all-out attack here. Surprised he didn't cast this last turn to hold off some of these big bodies. So... I don't even need to sacrifice this. Next turn we can use 2 mana, tap it down, keep up Blessed Defiance and a Static Awakener. Yeah, there's some cards I don't like in this deck, like Ghoulish Procession. Patrician Geist also doesn't have much synergy. Consider is fine, but filler in the blue-black deck. So... see a Defenestrate here. I guess I'll sack it in response, and by sacking it in response, I get to draw a card and make a 4/4, which is nice. I guess I can put a counter and make another 4/4, force him to chump. Or, yeah, I guess I'll just put on Lunar Veteran. Either way, if I get to attack with any creature, I can just Blessed Defiance and take him out. Again, he doesn't have lethal here. Lunar can also just, Luminous Phantom can also trade for 2/2. So yeah, I guess we just all out attack and we win, because even if he taps something down, and even if he taps a 4/4 and chumps both, this is still 4 damage. So yeah, it's good games. Yeah, I think the opponent figured it out here. Sure. Sure. Yeah, zombies. That's why creature aggro decks aren't amazing. It's because the zombies can also somehow, like, in a paradoxical sense, it can also keep you on defense, since it can also swing back for a lot. If you have cards like Blade Stitch Scob, and if you're making a ton of zombies, sometimes you can just attack back for 10. That's why creature aggro isn't really a reliable strategy, because not only is there a lot of removal at common in black and blue, but again, the zombies can also just out-tempo you by swinging back. So so you might even be forced to play control in the aggro deck, which is not where you want to be against the blue-black zombies deck. So yeah, zombies are really powerful. I'm happy that blue's getting nerfed in the next set, but black is also looking pretty disgusting and busted in the next set. So FYI, I guess if we end up drafting double feature where they mix both Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt, you might want to move into black, given how it's well supported in the next set as well. So we'll keep. Can lead with Siege Zombie, deal some damage into maybe Unruly Mob or Defenestrate. As he plays Chaplain the Alms, pretty scary. 1-drop. Actually not that scary, but pretty annoying. If he can load up counters onto this, it's kind of gross. Ambitious Farmhand is quite strong. I think if he attacks with the Ambitious Farmhand, I'm actually fine trading Unruly Mob for it. If he attacks with both, if he double blocks here, I'm also fine. So this is okay, and I don't think I Defenestrate here. Do I play Unruly Mob or Novice? Maybe Novice is better. This incentivizes an attack, and also if it dies, I get to draw a card, which is quite relevant. So yeah, if he enhances a creature here, I can sack this, and exile, so it sets up a better turn next turn in case something bad happens. If I attack with both next turn, ooh, so blue-white Disturb. Morning Patrol is not bad creature to exile. Do I want to do it now? I guess it's not bad with Unruly Mob. And by exiling this, he doesn't get to play his Disturb creature. So why not? Let's play the Unruly Mob here. Play the Rite of Oblivion, exile Morning Patrol, sack the Novice Occultist. And I'm fine if he also wants to double block Siege Zombie and go for a trade. Get some of this good, sweet value. And then, yeah, I will attack for 2. And we might have to play Clearing Cathars instead of a Rite of Oblivion on turn 4 if he has something else going. What's gross is we can also main phase Odric's Outrider next turn and also attack. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Gavin Dawnguard is pretty nice. So now what? If I can Defenestrate and attack for 2, which I don't hate. This is a perfectly fine target to kill. Otherwise, I could just play a 4-drop. Yeah, very interesting here. He could pass a turn and draw with this, which can be pretty annoying. So maybe I do just Defenestrate this immediately. And then pay that ward cost and then attack both. And if he double blocks any of these, I'm also quite happy. So Gavi Trapper is just so good, I can't leave it around. Yeah, we'll double block, take both out. And that's a nice 2-for-1, although he does get to reanimate the Chaplain. But that should be okay. We should have, we can go wide with the Siege Zombie and start burning him. So I'm probably incentivized to play the Clearing Cathars next turn and start draining him. Chapelgeist, okay, I'm fine with that. It does hold off my zombie, but again, we can still go wide, and that's pretty nice. Scavenging Trapper to start tapping things. And I think I'll play the Clearing Cathars to set up Rite of Oblivion. I don't necessarily need to play Odric's Outrider until next turn. And then, yeah, we'll just stay back and start burning the opponent. This can be utilized later. It does have it. The Chapel Shield Geist gives Ward 1, which is also kind of annoying, but this is still going to be relevant if we end up flooding. Okay, that's not a bad creature, I don't mind. Rite of Oblivioning. And then, yeah, we'll just keep draining the opponent here. So as much as I like Rite, I think I'm still going to play Odric's Outrider and take it slow. And I don't necessarily need to attack with the Clearing Cathars, we can say go. Because if he attacks, then he might not have a good block next turn. And we'll just keep draining him with Siege Zombie and put him on a clock. I do want to exile the Gale Drifter if possible. Like the Disturb half is pretty annoying. Maybe if I had maybe 1 extra mana, we could Novice Occultist. The Ward 1 is annoying, so it's going to take a while before I can play Novice and Rite, but I am feeling incentivized to sack here and deal with this. Could have a board wipe, maybe banish the Horde, which can be pretty annoying. That's a rare that you wouldn't mind playing in the blue-white deck. A Gale Drifter, just a second one. And an Unblinking Observer, which can block pretty well. I guess it's not really that great at blocking, but you get the idea. So, let's think here. I could always just play Novice Occultist and tap something down. He's probably incentivized to block here. I could just Rite of Oblivion, sack this drain here, pump the Siege Zombie in attack, which I don't hate as well. Yeah, maybe that's fine. And then this is just really annoying, so I don't mind. I don't want to take too much aerial damage. So we'll sack this, pay for the 1 ward. The 1 counter on Siege Zombie. And then we'll pay for the 1 ward, and then we should still be safe here. And then we can attack with all 3 of these, and then next turn he might be incentivized to stay back. 6, 7, 8, so yeah, 4. That's pretty good. And then yeah, he's probably forced to stay back because he's almost in range of lethal, and then the Gavny Trapper can also get rid of a blocker. So, all right, that's not bad. That wasn't a bad turn. Although I prefer to sacrifice a Novice Occultist, I still think it was important to get in the damage. Otherwise, he can just hit me in the air constantly and put me on defense, which I don't want to do. So yeah, if the opponent isn't careful, I can tap this down, attack with all 3 next turn, and he could be dead. Card is so good. Definitely take this over Flesh Taker. If they're both in the same packing, you don't have a choice. I would take right over Flesh Taker, but Flesh Taker is also fantastic, so. Black White is good. Don't sleep on it. So yeah, he's gonna get aggressive, and so I guess I might just play a second creature and maybe, or hold up some stuff. A Morning Patrol, I don't mind tapping. And then maybe it's Revenge of the Drowned. I think I'd go for it here. Yeah, I think I'd go for it. If he has Revenge of the Drowned, what happens? He's forced to chump anyway, so yeah, we'll tap this down and force, and just pay the ward. And then yeah, I will attack with all. Yeah, I think it's fine attacking with the 3/3 here. Like, I could play Novice attack with these. No, I don't have enough tappers. Maybe see Revenge. Okay. Maybe make a zombie token here, but this still dies. He can only hit me for 5, and I have a Novice Occultist, which can still chump. So yeah, let's see. Maybe it's a Pump Trick. Blessed Defiance could be a thing. He still takes 5. I still put a 1/1 counter somewhere. So I don't know what's going on here. Maybe Revenge. Or a Bluff. Revenge. Yep, Startled. Just Startled. Okay, isn't bad. He's still forced to chump here. He's down to 1. I have a Novice Occultist that can hold off the ground creature. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if he has a removal spell, I guess he has it. So yeah, this was a clutch match. I guess I'm forced to chump here. So let's see if he has the removal. Startle. See, the zombies can do stupid things. They can just make a zombie in a turn and kill you. But yeah, if he has removal, I'm dead. If he doesn't, then he's dead. So yeah, have I not had the Novice Occultist, I would have lost. But yeah, we're forced to chump. And yeah, we'll chump the Morning Patrol. We'll fall down to, I guess, 1, 2, 1, which is what we need to do. And then I can put a counter on the Gavny Trapper, so he also just becomes a decent attacker. And I can just attack with ball and hopefully seal the game. Yep. Very close. So the opponent almost got me there. So yeah, Startle. It's just so good. Blue is just so powerful and flexible. Even in a blue-white Disturb deck where zombies aren't going to be at its best, you can still use it to swing a game around. So, yeah. Blue is just powerful, and glad that it's getting a nerf next set, but it might also just become very imbalanced because black is pretty busted in the next set as well. So I wish we can have balanced sets where all the colors are great, but yeah, blue is not going to be great at exploiting. The Disturb stuff got nerfed pretty badly, and there's not much to bring back when you self-mill in blue, nor is there good interaction in blue. So yeah, blue is looking like the worst color in the next set, but definitely fantastic in this one. It's kind of funny how we went Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Black-Red Treasures was the best deck, and then blue was the worst color, and then in this set, blue was the best color, and then red is the worst color, and then now, next set, black is the best color, but red is also kind of close, and then blue becomes the worst color. So green-white is basically the safe place to be, I guess. I don't know. It's just funny how things work, but so it goes. Alright, we have a curve, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. I'll keep. Not an explosive curve, but a reasonable one. Unfortunately, we don't have any Covenant Enablers, but again, just having a copy of these tappers are just nice in the early to late game. Flesh Taker. Flesh Taker is better if I have mana open in case he has like Hunt Clear Shot or something, so I think I'll play Novice Occultist, and I'm also not very interested in trading for the 2-2 either way, so this is fine. He can hit me for 2. Next turn we can play Dawnguard and take it from there. I can also Novice Occultist and leave up mana. Yeah, that's interesting. I might actually want to run this Evolving Wilds out instead of playing the Gavony Dawnguard, but I do have a turn 3 play with the Flesh Taker, so yeah, the Flesh Taker can also threaten to attack next turn as well. So I'm kind of just down to play it. However, it's going to be awkward the following turn if I can't keep up mana with Flesh Taker. So you know what, we'll just play the Gavony Dawnguard and just take it slow. And then we can play Flesh Taker next turn and take it from there. Could see the Hunt Clear Shot here. He does have cut the he has the 1 mana to pay for ward, but just a Ferment Sage, which I'm fine with. And then now we can play land, play Flesh Taker, and can pass a turn. Not really interested in killing any of these with Defenestrate, and if he passes a turn, we can also get a card off of Gavony Dawnguard, so it's not the worst. And Flesh Taker can keep free rolling the opponent. So I like having that 1 mana open in case he has Clear Shot. And then again, we can just keep attacking with the Flesh Taker, find sacrificing a Novice. If he double blocks, it could be kind of awkward. So I don't know if I want to do that. Shadow Beast Sighting is decent with Defenestrate. So I don't really want to sack the Novice when I can use it as a way to attack. So yeah, I'm probably just going to play the Swamp here. I mean, get the Swamp out. Pass the turn. Unruly Mob. Probably just play the Uldrix Outrider and still take it slow. I just want to get all my pieces online and then see what we can set up. Like, land into Unruly Mob could be great, because then I would have maybe 2 targets I don't mind sacrificing, and I can still attack with the Flesh Taker. I don't really want to block the 4/4 this turn either, because I want to keep a mana for a card like Defenestrate. But maybe I still need to block it. Not sure. Yeah, this could be his turn to use the Clear Shot. Maybe see a removal spell here. No, just Eccentric Farmer, which is again fine. So yeah, we'll see. Could have a second duel for dominance. So I probably do want to hold on to this Defenestrate here. I can set up a double block if I want to as well, which isn't bad. A double block can then lead me to maybe a decent attack. Blessed Defiance is also decent. So could attack if he blocks. I can sacrifice Novice Occultist, bring back Flesh Taker, put a counter somewhere. I can also tap this down, attack. Doesn't seem like that's good. I can also Blessed Defiance and do something here. Actually might just play Unruly Mob main phase, actually. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I'm fine sending in Flesh Taker and taking it from there. I could also sack here. Or just end of turn, just tap this down, and take it from there instead. So probably just attack him for 2, tap down the 4/4, and then keep chipping in the Flesh Taker. If he does this play, that's interesting. So I probably just want to take out the 4/4. This is interesting too. So now what? I can deal up to 6 damage with the Blessed Defiance, so I could take out the 4/4 into 2/2 with the Blessed Defiance, make a 1/1 counter. I don't hate that. And then the Unruly Mob can grow, we can get a 1/1 counter for later. We can eventually just bring back the Flesh Taker. Another play I can do is just sack this, kill the 4/4, make a 1/1, but I don't mind just using Blessed Defiance now, just to mess with them. So we'll do this, and then before damage, we will tap the black mana, sacrifice Novice Occultist, draw a card. It'd be amazing if we could get second black mana, and then I don't mind putting a counter here to make this into a 4/4. And I don't need Ritual Guardian, so we'll bomb that. Draw a card. And then I can also just Blessed Defiance here, get a nice 2-for-1. Also get back a 1/1 token, which is decent. And then this also dies, which will also then trigger the Odric's Outrider. And yeah, I'll probably put on the Unruly Mob, since it's gonna grow twice. And then next turn we can still Defenestrate maybe the Shadow Beast sighting and take it from there. Of course, he does get good double blocks. I could tap the 2/3 down, the 2/4 down when attack with both. If he tries to double block something, I can still Defenestrate. So yeah, the 1 copy of Blessed Defiance is always decent, helps you race. Get the 1/1 token is really relevant in black-white. Could have also put a counter onto the 1/1. I guess what I can do is I can just tap a creature down. So I guess what we can do is just play land, Defenestrate the 4/4, tap a creature down and just attack. And we can also bring back whatchamacallit, Flesh Taker. So yeah, we can attack for 8 and he doesn't have any good blocks. And then we might as well use our mana to bring back our mythic uncommon Flesh Taker here. And yep, he's also going to be quite relevant at attacking. Crawl from the cellar back to Novice Occultist could be quite decent as well. But yeah, the opponent needs to build board presence if he doesn't want to get run over by this black-white deck. Rise of Ants, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. So I might just have to trade some stuff here, maybe enhance my 1/1 token and start chipping in. But probably the play is to maybe tap down the 1/4 and attack with the 1/1 and take it slow, and then keep the 4/4s on defense against the Rise of the Ants, because this can be quite scary. I guess we might see a duel for dominance. Okay, just a tap effect here, attack for 3. So opponent's getting quite aggressive. He needs to be careful. So I probably need to keep everyone back, otherwise I can get run over here. So let's see, can chip in for 1. If I tap a 3/3, he still has a good double block. So what I'm going to do is play Flesh Taker, and then I can tap this down end of turn. I can also crawl, get back the Novice Occultist. I think I'm more interested in just tapping this down, attacking for 1, and then keep these other creatures on defense. Do I play out land? I'll keep the land in hand to represent something. So it's going to be a slow clock where I'm just tapping this down, attacking for 1 each turn, but I think it's worth it. And then we still have some good blockers. The opponent can obviously use Witherthorn Blessing, but then he might be forced to trade. So if he used Witherthorn Blessing, I might just trade off my Unruly Mob for a 4/4. Rise of Ants, so sure, setting up another wide board. So it's going to be a slow game, and we'll see what we draw. Just another land. Yeah, I guess I'm fine using Crawl, getting back Novice Occultist and taking it slow. And then we also have an extra 4/4 back, since the Flesh Taker counts as a 4/4. And then yeah, hopefully we can maybe start. I can even sacrifice this end of turn, draw a card, enhance my 1/1 flyer, and start attacking for 2 in the air. Because I think that's what the game is going to come down to, since Rise is just going to stabilize him. So I need to make a pretty big 1/1 flyer if I can. And hope he doesn't have removal like a Duel for Dominance or another Hunter's Edge. Yeah, I will sack this end of turn. Just to start loading up counters. And another Novice Occultist is pretty good, nice, so I'll take a second one. Sure, I'll let it resolve. And then, yeah, we'll grab a Siege Zombie. Okay, Siege Zombie is also really awesome. Yeah, we just drew 3 cards that turn, so we can also just play Siege Zombie, play Novice Occultist, and I still have 6 creatures, 1, 2, 3. I guess almost close to 9, but I still think I'm going to sack the Novice Occultist here, and scry and tap the 3/5 down in attack. Ecstatic Awakener is fantastic too. And then move the combats. No, we just want to tap this down. And then attack for 3. And then play a Static Awakener. And take it from there. And we can start draining the opponent as well, so... Yep. And yep, no cards, but luckily we managed to dodge a land pocket. The opponent's also just drawing cards, so I also need to be quite careful. Opponent has his own Larder Zombie, okay. He could end of turn start surveilling and finding answers, but we should still be in decent shape. We're able to block off some of these 3/3s, which is nice. And yeah, still survive, gain some life from Flesh Taker. And we have a 3-powered flyer that's constantly getting in, and we can also keep draining with the Siege Zombie. So the opponent has a lot of targets that he needs to remove. Outrider especially, the flyer, Siege Zombie, so I think we might have this game, assuming the opponent doesn't just go wide and kill us out of nowhere. But his deck looks pretty cool. I'm just not a big fan of double Larder Zombie in these blue-green decks. Usually one is fine, but yeah, it's not amazing in the late game. But it helps you obviously surveil and hit better cards, but yeah, we'll see. So straight up blue-green, no second splash color, so maybe a second Winterthorn Blessing, tap down my flyer to buy some time, but I'll just keep draining him with the Siege Zombie, so I think I'm still in good shape. Okay, so he's just going to use that to buy some time, and just an Unblinking Observer, so I guess I'll just keep burning him and taking it slow. Yeah, Siege Zombie is just really powerful, so we can even pass a turn, make it nighttime, and then draw a card from Gavni, but he'll draw a card as well. Sun Gold Barrage is pretty sweet. I think I'll keep that in my hand, and then, yeah, I think I'm fine just passing the turn, do nothing. And then we can keep up Sun Gold Barrage in case he has Duel for Dominance. Like, if his creature gains 4 toughness, we can just respond and kill it, so it doesn't get to resolve. So yeah, the problem with like white again is the creatures are very small, so when an opponent's tempoing you out with Rise of the Ants in the late game as finishers, like you need the Siege Zombies to just keep burning them, since eventually against a green deck they're going to have a lot of toughness too, so you just want to get in the early damage and then have some sort of late game ability. And if he's just going to mill himself, then he'll eventually deck himself. I can't really think of a bomb he can grab from his library, maybe Tovolar, but even then, Tovolar we can answer with Sun Gold Barrage. So yeah, we'll let him draw a card. And then, yeah, we still have stuff on defense. I can still tap down the 4/6 pre-combat as he plays a second Bread Admirer. And Slogurk, which is still going to remain a 3/3. So I could just play the Sun Gold. Yeah, he doesn't have anything here. So I'm going to respond by Sun Gold barraging the 4/6 here. It's going to die. Then I can tap down the 3/5 end of his turn and start attacking the 3/3 and then burning him out with Siege Zombie. So we basically have this game under control. Could have tapped this down, but it's has summoning sickness anyway, so yeah, we'll tap this down. And then burn him with a Siege Zombie twice, which is really good. And then he might be forced to do an all-out desperate attack the next following turn as well. And then Hobbling Zombie also just makes it very difficult for him to attack into, so... yeah, we'll say go. And it's also daytime, so I get to look on the top again. Find more action. As we find Lunarch Veteran, which is really good. So it's also a nice creature we can sacrifice. And yeah, I guess we're 14 cards, so we dig through the bottom of our library already. And saw the rest of our library, but yeah, let's just play this out. And play Hobbling Zombie. And yeah, force him to do an all-out attack next turn. Can still play land, tap something down pre-combat. And also sacrifice if I want to make this into a 4/4. So yeah, we'll just chip in for 3. And say go. Six cards left. I don't know what he's thinking of. Maybe there is a removal spell, but then he's still in trouble. Just a Shadow Beast sighting. Yeah, these games can be really grindy. Next turn we can draw Ritual Guardian. Rotten Reunion is also pretty nice, plus Rite of Oblivion, plus other zombies. So yeah, we have some nice stuff to dig towards. So if I draw Ritual Guardian next turn, we can draw into a Rotten Reunion the following turn. Don't know if I want to do that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we have 9 creatures to burn him out with. But we're still going to tap Slogurk down pre-combat so we don't get run over somehow. Which, you know, is a scary thing that could happen still. So we'll take it extra safe and tap Slogurk in his pre-combat main. So again, he might again be forced to do an all-out attack. And he won't have the trample ability, and we can still block everything. Tovolar, okay. That's the card I was talking about, but we're still going to win. Because unless he can turn nighttime and fight one of my creatures, and it's still daytime, it's not great. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap Slogurk, main phase, and then maybe drain him out, and then tap this down, attack for 3 in the air. So he's basically almost just dead, so we're just going to use Siege Zombie, drain, and then do I sack the Lunarch Veteran? I can just tap all 3 creatures next turn, right? Do I still have 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I still have 9 creatures plus the Rotten Reunion, so I will do this play. And then, yeah, we just get a million triggers. Can't even force him to chump by making this into a 4/4. And then, yeah, I'll draw the Ritual Guardian, gives me an extra creature. So basically, we have this our game under control. Just play land. Tap down the 1/4. And then we'll attack with the 4/4, and if he deals with it somehow, we can still play Ritual Guardian, Rotten Reunion, and drain him out. So, yeah, we'll just get in. Good games. Yeah, we still would have 9 creatures, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we basically had the game. Either way, if he dealt with the flyer, we could just tap 3 creatures with Siege Zombie and kill them. It's kind of crazy given how powerful blue is in this set and black. Like, it could actually be reasonable passing Tovolar pack 1, pick 1, but I think that's still wrong. Because if you somehow end up in green in the draft and everyone's forcing the blue-black deck, you would want a Tovolar Huntmaster as a powerful bomb and Curve Topper in your green deck. So it's probably wrong passing Tovolar, but I can imagine this set where, you know, blue and black and white are so blue-black are so powerful that you would take a black uncommon or a blue even a blue common over it, but that's a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, I wouldn't take Falcon Abomination Organ Hoarder over Tovolar. Like, yeah, that's crazy. But I can imagine someone doing that. I mean, Organ Horde, this blue is really busting this set. Alright then, opening hand, Siege Zombies into Search Party, sure. And then we can also leave with Evolving Wilds. The question is, what mana do we want? I think we want to fight white mana in case we find the Gavni Dawnguard on turn 3 that requires double whites. We also have some 1-drop white creatures like Lunarch Veteran that we don't mind casting with a second spell, so I think we go for Plains. And then, yeah, just in case we draw Gavni Dawnguard, we want to make sure we have double white to cast them on turn 3. And Siege Zombie's nice. Question is, do I play Search Party Captain or one of these creatures next turn? It all really depends. If I can do an all-out attack, I can maybe cast this for 1 mana, which is quite insane. We definitely attack for 2 here. Maybe it's the Hobbling Zombie, since we can cast this for cheaper later. So we might as well just be mana efficient here, and this is still attacking for 2. So blue-black, Component Collector. Luckily that's a terrible card. So yeah, I guess we can attack with both now and cast a 2-drop Search Party Captain. I could gain life with the search by playing the Lunarch Veteran first instead of Siege Zombie. Do I want to do that? Siege Zombie is 2 mana, but we can cast everything next turn. Let's take it slow. Play this into this. And hopefully get more options. I just want that extra life gain. And Uldric's Outrider is nice, so we can even afford to maybe trade off next turn. Maybe for the Organ Hoarder. Question is, do I trade off for a Siege Zombie? Not sure. Yeah, let's just leave with Uldric's Outrider. And yeah, I think I'll attack the Hobbling Zombie. Like, I know he can block it the 3-2, but I still get to put a woman counter. I can bring it back, so this is a good trade for him. Yeah, he wants to trade onto the Death Touch, I have to imagine. And then I think I put a counter onto the Search Party Captain or the Lunarch Veteran. So yeah, I think this is fine. I think I'll put onto the Search Party Captain. There's also an argument for putting onto Lunarch Veteran, but Lunarch Veteran I want to sack to Rite of Oblivion, so I think this is fine. I guess I can also just sack the zombie token to Rite. So maybe I should have spread the wealth, but either way, if he deals with a 3-3, that's a problem. Now, that's a perfect creature I don't mind killing with Rite of Oblivion, so end of turn we can drain. And hopefully, I mean, if he has Crawl, we can still deal with this later, so this is fine. Play land, play Rite of Oblivion, exile the 4-4. Luckily it exiles, I guess, that's pretty good. And then we get to put a counter onto, I guess, Search Party Captain now to make it into a 4-4. No, actually, no, this is only non-tokens, so yeah, I guess we can swing in these 3, get in for 4, and then play Siege Zombie second main. This is only non-token references read. Whenever another creature in control dies, put a 1/1 counter. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. I sacrificed a token and I didn't get to put a counter anywhere. That must be a glitch. Not sure. But whatever. I'll let that slide given that we're ahead. But okay, has a Ron Reunion on my right, so that's kind of annoying. But I still got to take out Gisa and exile her, which is really important. Attacks for 2, I'll take 2. Not sure what this implies. I don't want to Crawl, because if I do, he can just exile something. Okay, there goes Blood Tithe Collector on Crawl, but luckily, the nice thing is that I can still flash it back in. Can I buy a 2-drop this turn? Yeah, I could still attack with all, and then buy back Siege Zombie, which I don't mind, or get back a 3-3. I mean, I might as well just Crawl, get back my Hobbling Zombie here, put a 1/1 counter on Siege Zombie, and I could just stay back and drain him. Like, I don't even need to attack, given that he has this 3/4 flyer, so yeah, we'll just pass the turn and, you know, say go. It's like we can just sit back with these siege zombies and win the game. We don't have to even attack into this wall of stuff. Sure. I can take 3. Which is, yeah, it's reasonable for him to attack into this. Drain the opponent end of turn. I think this opponent is playing the blue-black deck as a control deck, which is I'm not sure what you want to do. Could attack with the 3/3, but he just blocks the 1/4. I'll just keep gaining life and playing out stuff. Like, I'm really in no hurry. I can just win the game by draining him all day. He can hit me for 6, but I'll just gain more life. He also doesn't have any zombies outside of Ron Reunion, so his deck is also not looking amazing. I think these are, so yeah, just because you know blue-black is the best deck doesn't mean you should force it. I mean, if you get the right cards, you should force it, but if you don't, it's still not very good, so. And even Ritual Guardian can gain us life. And yeah, we can just keep draining him all day, don't have to do anything. Just pass a turn. Say go. And then if we have one more creature, we can drain him for 3 as well, so yeah, he's basically dead. So yeah, currently 4-0. Not bad, we're almost Mythic 2. Just need to hit Diamond Tier 1 and then win 6 games or something, hit Mythic rank and show off how cool we are at the early season. And given that's early and it's the 5th day, it's currently November the 5th, we can easily get the top 10 Mythic and show off our impressive ranking, assuming we can get there. But yeah. Four 4-0, not bad. Opening hand, yeah, Siege Zombie on 2. Haven't seen our Diregraph Horde all day. Wish we have some Sacrifice Outlet, but being on the play, I think we're supposed to keep. And then probably lead with Siege Zombie on turn 2. Hopefully they don't have removal to deal with this. Could always play Novice Occultist, but I think it's better to run out Zombie. So could see like Olivia's Midnight Ambush on this, but I think it's worth the risk. Black-green, so a grindy deck. Alright, pretty aggressive with the 2-1. So probably attack for 2, play the Dart, Novice Occultist, and then don't know if we want a Rotten Reunion. Rotten Reunion can start building an army, but yeah, could Rotten Reunion end of turn? Like, I don't know if I'm afraid of anything, although this is more of a utility card. And yeah, even if I Rotten Reunion and attack next turn, I won't be able to drain him. I might have to stay back though. So, maybe it's fine playing Rotten, but yeah, this is gross. He can keep attacking me for 3 and having the Stormcrypt Blood Thief. So yeah, this is a really insane start from the opponent. I think I'll just pass a turn. And we don't have removal, so that's also bad. I think I need to still stay back because he can just free roam me for 2, which isn't what I want to be in, where I want to be in. So I mean, I do need to pressure him as well, so I think I'll attack for 2 and chump the 2/2. Because he's just going to keep loading counters on this Vampire Interloper. So I need to try to kind of outrace him in a sense. It's not going to be great because, yeah, this Blood Thief is powerful. Wow, Morbid Opportunist. Alright, I guess that's game over. Alright, I mean, there's not much I can do if the opponent is playing a busted deck. I will chump and try to find an answer to this. Crawl from a Cellar is not really what I want. Yeah, I think he just wins the game here. Surprisingly, he puts it onto the 3-2. I guess he's just trying to be nice. I don't know. And yeah, that's a pretty sad Diregraph Horde, not being able to exile anything. So maybe the game plan is to find an answer to the Flyer and just play a control match and start draining him out. Because we won't be accomplishing much. We have 3 important creatures to kill, and we can't even seem to. We don't have removal here to finish them, so we are probably going to be in trouble here as he plays Diregraph Horde, which will exile the Nalphas Occultist, which I could get back. And then he can also just send in these 2 tokens to draw cards off of Morbid Opportunist. So we're probably just going to die. And yeah, we need to find an answer to the Flyer, and even if we do, the Morbid Opportunist is just going to keep drawing him cards, so I won't be surprised if we just lose this. It's not enough, I don't think, but yeah, mostly go. Just insane. Like, Interloper into Stormkirk Blood Thief is kind of what you want to see in the with the Red Vampires deck, which is for the most part a black-red deck. But even if you can play this in black, it's pretty gross. So gotta applaud him for getting the 1-2 punch here. And even Morbid Opportunist just keeps drawing him cards. So yeah, Lord of Forsaken. It's probably good games after this. Yep. We'll drain him and see what we draw. And even if we deal with the 6/6, the problem is like we still have more stuff to deal with. So probably gonna lose here. Yep. It's just good games. Can't beat this. The good news is that we made back most of our gems, and there's still a chance for us to get to 7, so let's fire this up again. Alright, we have Siege Zombie, no white mana. It's kind of an interesting hand. I mean, I don't really like this being on the play, though. Do I still keep? If I draw more white spells, it's going to be a little bit problematic. I still think I keep being on the play, but I can see otherwise. It's not an amazing hand, but I'll try it. And that slight pause might mean that the opponent will know I have a Ron Reunion. Okay, that card's going to be pretty annoying later. And we got our white mana, luckily, so yep. Let's play it. Play Siege Zombie. Next turn, can Unruly Mob. Keep up Ron Reunion. Luckily, he's playing a bad card like Ghoulish Procession, so I'm happy about that. And Curse of Leeches is a nice turn here, so we can resolve that. You could always just pass a turn and kill it with Defenestrate, but the earlier we get this out, the better. So opponent's also Black-White Sacrifice with Goblin Zombie now. Do I attack here? Like, do I mind a trade? It's not bad. I mean, if he wants to trade, he pumps on my Unruly Mob. I think I will attack. He could have a removal spell. Could also Blessed Defiance, but I think we'll save that for later. Then we'll hold on to Rotten Reunion, maybe exile the zombie end of turn. But still putting the opponent on the clock is nice. If he tries to crawl it, I'll just bring it back. Morbid Opportunist. Yeah, that's a problem. Opponent just attacks. Okay, he gets a draw card, which is really annoying. Sure. Do I hold on to Rotten Reunion? I'm not planning to attack with a 2/2 token. I will attack with a 2/2 next turn, though. So, yeah, I think we'll attack for 2 and see what's up. I'm giving him the chance to block, and he will block. I guess he could have Blessed Defiance. Opponent takes it here. Very interesting. I guess I'll hit him for 2, and then we'll just Defenestrate main phase so he doesn't get to draw a card next turn with the zombie. And I'm fine still taking 2. We'll see go. We're still outracing him kind of with the nice life gain from Curse of Leeches and him taking the constant 2 from Unruly Mob. And if he tries to crawl, we can exile Morbid Opportunist, which is nice. Yeah, I'll take 4. This card is not that great. I mean, it's going to be as best in the this 2-color combination, but it's also a card I don't care too much about in this set. There's just too many ways to Battlefield and generate zombies, and Black-White already has ways to generate zombies, so this is fine. And then I guess he'll tap my 4/4 down or try to kill it. Play land, move to combat. Tap the 4/4, we can still hit for 2, which is quite reasonable. And I don't think I'm double spelling, we'll just say go. Maybe see a Defenestrate end of turn, no Defenestrate. So yeah, I'm holding on to his Rotten Reunion in case he has crawl, so we can counter his crawl. Search party that can trade for my 2/2. Do I want to trade for my 2/2? Probably not. Like, this can get better later. I think we can just pass the turn. If he plays a second spell, we hit this transforms again. But then, if I don't play anything, then it will become nighttime again. So, essentially, I need to draw something good off the top to maybe double spell. And take it from there. As we draw nothing but a land. Alright, I guess we'll move to combat. And we're probably not going to block. So we'll just say go and pass, do nothing. Yeah, the opponent drawing the card off of Morbid Opportunist was not great for us. I guess he has Rotten Reunion now, so on the stack I can also just exile his own Rotten Reunion. So yeah, we'll just exile his own Rotten Reunion as well, and take it from there. And I can also attack and grow this into a 3/3 eventually, so. Soul Guy Gryff, yeah, I'll just play it now before he exiles, and we'll get rid of the Morbid Opportunist. And then I can also keep sending in the 2/2s. He can block one of my 2/2s, but then I can also use Blessed Defiance to kind of debate him. And then this can also grow into a 4/4, so yeah, it could be a good turn to just swing out the 2/2 zombies and hope for the best as we draw another land. Yeah, I will send in one zombie token, I think, and then he's going to assume there isn't anything going on, but little does he know we have Blessed Defiance. So yeah, I'm hoping he blocks, and then we can get him with Blessed Defiance, which is really sweet. And then this will become a 3/3, which can then start attacking past his 2/2. And we also get a 1/1 flyer, so yeah, not bad. And do I play out land? No need, we'll just pass. Another Morbid Opportunist. Yeah, this is really gross. Alright, so we need to find more removal. As he plays Candle Trap, which will exile this, which is really annoying. So, I mean, I can still block the 3-3, and I can still attack with the 3-3 next turn, and I will block this 2-2. No reason not to. And I should just attack with the 3-3 and the 1-1 as we draw another land. Sweet. I will trade the Unruly Mob for the 1-3 if I can. I guess he just wants to draw cards with a cantrip, sure. As we draw more lands, sweet. Yeah, we had a pretty nice start to this draft. This person plays double Morbid Opportunist, and we can't seem to draw anything to save our life, so we're probably going to lose this, but it happens. We even had a decent curve, like 2-drop and a 3-drop. Now the Makabra Behemoth could just be game over here. And he gets to draw a card off of it too. Yeah, it's pretty fun and interactive when all you draw is just lands. Even Cathar's Call is not even a card I like, and the opponent's beating us with it. Siege Zombie maybe gets there, highly doubt it, but we'll attack for 1 and then tap his stuff. And maybe we can magically drain him out, don't know how. But yeah, basically we can't attack him anymore on the ground because he just makes 1/1s all day. And there's no reason not to block the 2-2 again. I think I have to, given that I'm in this precarious situation. So, yeah, we'll see. And even a Dreadhound. Yeah, sweet. Sometimes you just end up in these losing streaks, and it just happens. After you get 4-0, now you just lose. Pretty fun. And I bet another land is on top of my library. Ritual Guardian's not going to do it. He can tap down my 1/1 flyer. Yeah, this game is just over. Just very unfortunately, we drew like 4 lands in a row and couldn't even find a single spell, whereas the opponent had double Morbid Opportunists. We were able to deal the first one and just went off with it. So, that sucks. Whatever. Maybe then we can move on to Core Set Premier drafts, or just do another quick draft. Like, we even curved out with the Curse and got our white mana, so our hand was pretty reasonable. Okay, opening hand. Alright, not bad. Flesh Taker, Unruly Mob. Yeah, sure. This might be the game where I might cast a Search Party Captain on turn 3. If the opponent plays black mana, I might be suspicious of playing Flesh Taker first. And it is, so I think I'll lead with Unruly Mob instead, just so in case he has the Olivia's Midnight Ambush, I might want to keep up that 1 mana. Because he could just play a lot of things, enchantments, to deal with this. Should I attack here? Play a 3-3 Search Party, offer to trade? I think that's fine, and if he trades, that's also fine. Because I get to grow the Unruly Mob. And I will trade for the 2-1. It's important to get rid of the stuff from the opponent because they can just keep attacking and triggering the Bloodthirst, which is a pretty powerful mechanic in the Black-Red Vampires deck. So I'll offer to trade here, and if he kills my Unruly Mob, then he kills it. There's not much I can do about that. Like, I would love getting value off of the Flesh Taker, but that's not the case. So he could just play like an Arrogant Outlaw this turn. I'm still fine maybe attacking into it, offering to trade. Shady Traveler, okay. That's going to put a halt to my game plans, but I can still play Flesh Taker next turn, do some stuff. So you go. The question is, do I double block? If I double block, it can lead to some bad results happening. Like if he has a removal spell or a pump spell in response, it's going to be bad. Either way, I could try to do it still, but if he has removal, he just 2-for-1s me. So I think I actually take 2. And then next turn, maybe we just attack with Flesh Taker and set something up. Harvest Tide Infiltrator, that's not bad. Novice Occultist is interesting. But maybe I just play my Diregraph Horde and stay back. I could just attack with a Flesh Taker still, because I don't plan to block with it. But I am forced to stack the Unruly Mob if he blocks, so I think we just play the Diregraph Horde and pass the turn. And then take it slow. He can transform this into a 4-4. I think we just say go, and we can still free roll him with the Flesh Taker next turn. And last time we sacrificed a zombie to Write, this didn't trigger. So I'm hoping the glitch doesn't happen, and we can actually trigger the Unruly Mob and put a 1-1 counter. If he passes, he wants to turn this into a 4-4. That's okay. Let's play land. I think I lead with Novice Occultist. Question is, do I attack with the Flesh Taker here? I don't think so. We'll just play a Static Awakener, turn Daytime and pass. And the turn we can always stack a 2-2. And I don't want to do it on my turn because if he has an instant, I want him to use it on his turn. So we'll just pass the turn. And then wait until he casts his instant to maybe kind of and see if he wants to blow me out on, because if he used Neonate's Rush, I want him to tap out on his turn again instead of my own. Whereas if I activate this right immediately, okay, so an Infernal Grasp. I guess I'll sack this and grow my Static Awakener. So it's not bad. He doesn't get to lose the 2 life, but I gain value by making this into a 4-4. So that's okay. I don't really need to do anything, like we have Siege Zombie to just keep burning him. So what I can do is I can play Clarion Cathars into Siege Zombie and just take it slow. I don't have to really do anything. And then Siege Zombie means that he has to start attacking and try to outrace me, which is not what you want to, which is not really ideal. So go. If he has a burn spell, I guess I'll just activate the zombie in response and tap these 2. Don't want to tap any other creatures here. I could tap the Unruly Mob as well. So I can tap the Unruly Mob and maybe tap this and this, because I might want to double block with the Clarion Cathars. And then, yeah, we'll let this die now. And Unruly Mob also becomes a 4-4, and I don't plan on trading off, so we'll probably just double block if he attacks here with Clarion Cathars or Novice Occultist and take it slow. Fanblade Brigand is quite strong, so I'm probably incentivized to attack with my 4-4s this turn and try to get his life low. And I think I will, because he can just turn this, because if it becomes nighttime, he can also use this as a pump ability, which is kind of bad for us. So I think we actually send him both and offer some trades. If he double blocks, which one do I want to take out? Probably the Menacer. Like the 4-4 Menace is a bigger problem just compared to dealing with a 4-4, so I think the Menacer can go, and we can still slam in 4-4, which is decent. This will transform, but we have some blockers to stay back still. Probably not going to block the 4-5 because he can give it first. I mean, I can chump with the 1-2 because this has first strike, and then I can maybe set up a double block against the 4-4 maybe, or just stay back. Purifying Dragon is quite powerful. So Dawnguard, I don't have any good attacks. If I attack with Fall, he does have some good blocks. I could always just suicide the 1-2, but maybe we're better off playing the Dawnguard first and seeing what's up. And I might as well attack with a 1-1 if he's going to try to ping it off. I guess he can ping off my zombies now, so that's going to be a problem if he attacks with this. Yeah, this is rough. I don't think I can afford to attack still. I think we'll say go, pass, and hopefully get something off the top. And this can shoot down my zombies or my 1-1 tokens and start clocking me in the air. So Yeah, I need a miracle. Defenestrate would be amazing here, so I can start attacking. Siege Zombie wouldn't be great, since Purifying Dragon can just answer it, so... Yeah, this isn't good. This is not what the situation you want to be in. And yeah, I'll just take 4. And he might not double spell here, because if he makes it daytime, my Gavony Dawnguard can draw something. Crawl's nice, so I can double spell now. That's pretty nice. So what we can do is we can play land, play Crawl from the cellar. And I probably don't want to, again, get back a zombie, because by getting back a zombie, he could just burn it out. So probably going to grab Search Party Captain instead of Flesh Taker. And I guess I can also enhance this into a 4/4 to eventually attack. Or enhance this into 3/3 so he can't kill it. Yes, enhance the Diregraph Horde, make it into a 4/4. Could see a burn spell like Burn the Accursed, which can be pretty annoying too. I can turn daytime, which I don't mind, and then hopefully we can start chipping in. He probably has Burn the Accursed, but he also could just be holding up mana for this Fangblade Eviscerator. I'm hoping I can draw into Defenestrate to answer this too, and maybe go for an all-out attack because I need to get some damage in. So I think this is correct. Yep, he has Burn the Accursed, so it ends up getting exiled. I don't get a 1/1 counter. I still get to bring back Search Party Captain. And then, yeah, we'll just play Search Party here. Hopefully draw into Defenestrate and get some attacks in. 3-drop is fine, I'll play this. And then, yep, pass a turn. And then hopefully we can draw something good. Narc Veteran doesn't seem great, but it's also not amazing. I can also switch it back to daytime next turn. So I'm hoping I can find maybe Rite of Oblivion off the top. That would be great. Hopefully it doesn't require me turning to nighttime and missing out on it. And it's a pretty difficult card to find, so... Luckily the opponent plays a spell, so it's going to remain daytime at least. Voldaren Stinger, but I need to find an answer to this flyer. Or deal with this Fangblade and start getting in for damage, because this is going to be rough if I don't do so. I can still gain some life. He can ping off my zombie. Or my 1/1 token. Maybe I need to find, whatchamacallit, get out my Flesh Taker next turn, start sacrificing. I guess I'll sack the land first. So what's the play? Probably get any land here. White mana, black mana, doesn't matter. Play Lunarch Veteran so I can start gaining life. Play Crawl. Get back Flesh Taker. Submit 0. Play Flesh Taker if he tries to kill one of my... If he tries to kill my Lunarch Veteran next turn, I can sacrifice it in response and get a scry and draw. And also get to gain a life as well, so... And I guess this can also gain first strike, so my 4/4 still can't attack it. I think we need to say go. And that might put a stop on my upkeep if I need to sacrifice and get the whole... find a removal spell for this Flying Dragon. So we'll see. So luckily Flesh Taker can gain life as well. And that's quite good. Hopefully no removal spell. He's keeping on mana. He might be holding priority with the activated ability. If he has removal, this is bad. And as I say that, he casts Defenestrate. That's not great. So I'm probably forced to use Flesh Taker right now to gain some life. And I think I go for the Novice Occultist here, so I can at least draw a card and find some answers off the top. So land will bottom, and then at least we get to draw a card and dig deeper to find an answer for this eventually. Blessed Defiance isn't bad. So I could do an attack next turn, use Blessed Defiance, gain some life and not die to the dragon the next following turn. Isn't great, but maybe it's what we have to do. Yeah, there goes Lunarch Veteran, rip. I can still, and he can't even chump block next turn unless I use a Blessed Defiance. He kills it and chump with the 4/3. So I mean, I can still buy one more turn, but it's still not very appealing. If I can somehow take out this 3/4 in attack, that could be nice. I think I need to let this resolve. So I'm hoping no removal at the top. Okay, we got rid of 3 lands. That's perfect. So we'll take our draw step. Siege Zombie isn't bad. So, yep, let's the main, play Lunarch Veteran, play Siege Zombie. If he tries to kill Siege Zombie again, we can still make a 1/1 token and chump. So we'll keep taking it slow here. Still no good attacks. Say go. Next turn we can drain him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can drain him for 9. I mean for 3 still. Okay. I would have loved some of these removal. Actually, Sun Go Barrage wouldn't have been great off the top, nor Defenestrate. So I think I'm fine bombing these 3, and then eventually, hopefully, we can draw towards our Exile spell, Rite of Oblivion. So he might attack, try to trigger and ping my Luminous Phantom. In response, I can still use Blessed Defiance onto it, chump, and then drain, and then do an all-out attack maybe next turn, and hopefully deal with him. So we'll see. Was he playing the targets? My Luminous Phantom. In response, we Blessed Defiance it. And then we can still tap it. And then we can still make a 1/1 chump blocker, luckily. Actually exiles, so never mind. Alright, I forgot exiles. Oh yeah, the Disturb token unfortunately exiles, so yeah, you got it. Good games. Yep. I thought I could make a token chump and then do an all-out attack, gain some life on the way back. Even if I did an all-out attack, he'd still survive. He'd be down to 10. I attack with ball. He would have enough blockers. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I couldn't find answer to the dragon. So there you have it. Went 4-0 and then we just got reverse swept. That's what happens when you go 4-0. The deck did have some issues. Didn't have a lot of removal. And yeah, also not a lot of powerful finishers. Didn't have any flyers to block and trade off with. Yeah, overall just a very medium deck. Let's claim our prize. And then maybe I'll just do a quick draft, Midnight Hunt, and do a core set Premier draft afterwards. So yeah, let's do a quick draft and finish this up. Pack 1, pick 1, bot draft, Midnight Hunt. What do I think about this card? I think it's fine. It's a little bit too expensive. It's a good finisher, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really have that much inherent synergy in the set. Like, milling yourself in black-green is not really a thing. Black cares about sacrificing and making zombie tokens. And then, yeah, just being able to pay mana for stuff in your graveyard isn't really that relevant in black-green. So I'm not sure about Lord of Forsaken. I do like Eaten Alive, though. And between Nimbleghast Intruder and Eaten Alive, I think I still prefer Eaten Alive. Because, this is a pretty good blue uncommon. Don't get me wrong, but removal is removal, and Eaten Alive is the best removal at common with black. I don't think we need Lord of Forsaken if we end up black. Like, the Dreadhound is definitely a pick over Eaten Alive. I mean, but this is still really clunky. You're still tapping out for 6 with this, and the opponent can just use a removal spell to bounce or kill this, and this doesn't really have an immediate effect. Whereas if you play Dreadhound, you still mill 3, and you can still drain the opponent. So I'm not high on Lord of Forsaken. Like, maybe I would take it over Nimbleghast Intruder, but I'm still happy just taking Eaten Alive here as a solid exile ability and just really relevant in this set. So we'll take it over Nimbleghast and Lord of Forsaken, which are my 2 other picks. I don't think the rare is exciting. Here, there's Hound Tamer, Hobbling Zombie, Gavny Silversmith, So some pretty good green cards here, but maybe it's still fine taking the Hobbling Zombie in case we end up black-white or blue-black, which is always a pretty good card. Yeah, I can see just taking Hobbling Zombie here. I don't have to commit myself to a second color. If this wasn't his pack, maybe I would take Hound Tamer. Not sure. I'm just not very excited about green to set, and if you end up green, again, you'd rather be green-white or green-blue. Maybe it's still the pick. Yeah, maybe it's still the pick here. Like, Hobbling Zombie is, again, a good 3-drop. It's fine, but Hound Tamer is just... Yeah, if I imagine if this was a pack 1 pick 1 scenario, like, the highest power level card is the Hound Tamer, so I don't need to stay on theme with the Eaten Alive. So I'll just take Hound Tamer here, and maybe we end up in blue-white, blue-green, or even if we end up black-green, it's not the worst. Diagraph Rebirth, not too different from a Crawl from the Cellar, to be honest. I guess we can end up taking Join the Dance in case we end up green-white, but if I end up green-white, I'd rather just have the Gavny Trapper, since 0 power is a really nice way to enable Coven, and it's just a nice interaction creature. And yeah, it still keeps us open, so yeah, I'll take Gavny Trapper, but pretty unexciting pack. Clear Shot is quite good. Ominous Roost for blue-green is quite good. Nothing else too exciting. Guess it's Clear Shot, and it's a sign green is open. Gotta take it here over everything else, since Evolving Wilds is just fixing and not the same power level as Clear Shot. So happy that I took green. And yeah, Eccentric Farmer is quite good. I'll still play it in a Coven deck. And we can still be doing the whole self-mill thing in blue-green, which is quite powerful. The best green common for sure. So take it here. And nothing much. I guess... think here. I mean, I don't know where we're going to end up. I'm not really excited about Timberland God or Morning Patrol, even in green-white Coven. I guess if we end up green-blue, Jack-O-Lantern could be a card that I don't mind milling. And if we mill it, we can use it to fix our mana or exile any other cards. So yeah, this could be a nice way to help us fix. Secrets is not very good. I try to imagine this card is decent. And it could be, again, very okayish, but not a card I'm interested in, even in blue-green. And this pack just sucks. In case we end up green-white, maybe Flare of Faith, since that has the most majority amount of humans. And Harvest Tide Sentry is pretty nice in the green-white Coven deck, and even then, it's pretty good in the green controlling decks, since it's just a solid 2-drop. And then if I want to stick with green, probably pick Bird and Mara as a good ground blocker. Usually I like to have my first copy over Path, since there's some other ways to fix in the sets. Like, even then, Eccentric Farmer could be a way to fix. Like, you find your lands off the top, and if you have Evolving Wilds, you can just buy it back, which is just way better. So make sure I have my aerial defense before anything else. And then, ooh, late Gavny Trapper, that's a good one. It's Gavny Silversmith, so maybe we end up green-white aggro. Homestead Courage also late, consider, but maybe we just end up green-white aggro from what I'm seeing. As we get past some other good white commons here, let's take a look at our curve. So the 3-drops look good here. We have Bird and Mire, Eccentric Farmer, and Hound Tamer. We don't have many 2s or 1-drops we're interested in. So the 3s look solid already. I don't need to prioritize any 3s, so maybe this could be the case for Candlelit Cavalry as a decent green common that keeps us not only base green, which we could play in other colors if white is cut off, but also pay off for Coven as well. And a 5-mana 5/5 is okay, so we'll take it. And yeah, just take the Unruly Mob. Highly doubt I'll play it. Yeah, Hedgewitch Mask is just not a great card. And okay, alright, so we could be... It seems like we're mostly going to maybe end up green-white, since I'm not seeing a lot of green-blue. But you never know. As we open up Reckless Stormseeker, a nice rare, but there's also a great card in our deck called Dawnheart Mentor, which I'm happy to take. Just very flexible, excellent in green-whites, and even in the green control decks is the powerful mana sink. You most likely just play this immediately and enables Coven right away, which is quite powerful. Also, there's Gavny Silversmith here. Reckless Stormseeker is a bomb. I do like it in the red aggressive decks, but I'm not going to take it over Dawnheart Mentor, given that I know I'm green and not sure if I'm in red or white. And this card is also quite good. Alright, some good cards. Morbid Opportunist is busted. There's also Candlegrove Witch, if we want to force green-whites. Falcon Abomination. Yeah, I mean, Morbid has to be the pick. I mean, it's just too busted here. I don't mind going green-black. You know, we could have an aggressive green-black deck or a green-black mid-range deck. Like, I know white is open, but there's a chance we can wheel this if green-white is open. But Morbid Opportunist is the best uncommon in the set and really busted, so I gotta take it here. Maybe hope end up green-black good stuff, which is, again, not a bad archetype either. Otherwise, what would we be looking at? I would take Candlegrove Witch over Falcon, but Morbid is busted. Gotta take the busted uncommon here. It'd be pretty sad not to, as we get past Diregraph Horde, which is insane. And then we can maybe hope to wheel Shady Traveler. If we were blue-green with a lot of self-mill, could have considered a Phantom Carriage, but not going to pass a Mythic Common here with Diregraph Horde. Still the third best common, but still pretty busted, so we'll take it as we get some pretty nice black creatures still. Siege Zombie is quite good. Stormcroak Bloodthief, if we had some evasion, would be better. I think we take a black card over the white card. Rejuvenator is fine, but we don't have a ton of flashback to ramp into. I think we just take a Siege Zombie here. It's always a good 2-drop. And yeah, even if we don't have many ways to make zombies, like having at least just, if we end up in these board stalls, we can just keep tapping this to drain the opponent. We have a lot of 3, so don't really think I need Stormcroak Bloodthief, and we do have like Dawnhart Mentor, which can go wide, and Diregraph Horde, so we'll just take the Siege Zombie here. And the Static Awakener is great, although Black-White is not the deck that cares about Black-Green, I mean, isn't the deck that cares about sacrificing too much. I'm still going to take it here, given that it's a lot better than Vengeful Strangler. And, yeah, it's just the second best common in the set. So I'll take a Static Awakener and take another Siege Zombie and take it from there. So black does seem open as well. And again, I'm fine drafting a black-green deck. It's the second worst color pairing, but if we can still get there, I have to imagine. Even Silverbolt, since we're kind of lacking removal, is not bad. Is not a bad pickup. Pestilent Wolf, maybe. Sunset Revelry is also playable. Alright, that's a pretty late Falcon Abomination. I guess the bots don't value it. I also don't care about Tireless Hauler, but yeah, given that I'm already in black-green, I think I just might as well take it. And yeah, you can see how the bots value cards differently. And even Ron Reunion is nice, so I don't mind a copy of that. And not sure about Bat Whisper, but we'll see. Slaughter Specialist is a pretty good 2-drop, although might just want the Olivia's Midnight Ambush. This is going to be better if we were like black-red vampires, where we're just curving out and constantly being down. This could have some drawbacks. Giving the opponent a 1/1 creature could be bad, especially if they have cards like Siege Zombie, Scob Wrangler, or even like Lives. Here we're just going to take Olivia's Midnight Ambush. We need to stock up on more removal. And it's not the best removal, but it's serviceable, so I'll take it here. Alternatively, we'd be looking at maybe Harvest-Tide Sentry over Slaughter Specialist, but I'm hoping this could wheel. Let's take the Midnight Ambush. And yeah, we'll take a second one. There's another Hobbling Zombie, but again, we should be fine on creatures in this deck. Like, what's our interaction looking like? 3 interaction spells. Could use a second copy. It's not wrong. I don't mind the Hobbling Zombie still, but yeah, let's take a Midnight Ambush. Make sure we have some early interaction, and then take it from there. And yeah, we could even play Diregraph Rebirth. Like, again, this isn't too different from Crawl from the Cellar for 1 mana, for 1 black, but I mean, if we don't have it, we might as well play it. Otherwise, a second Silverbolt, but we have one already, so I'll take a grindy card like this, which is fine. And ooh, Blood-Type Collector, Harvest-Tide Sentry, and Dawnhart Mentor. I think it could be one of. I think it's one of these cards over the Blood-Type Collector, given that we have 2 5s already. We're definitely lacking in 2-drops for the most part. Although we do have like 3 of them already. I think Dawnhart Mentor is a better card. It's an uncommon that we might have difficult picking up later. And yeah, it goes well with our double Siege Zombies. It makes a token to sacrifice for a Static Awakener. And I'm hoping we can pick up a Harvest-Tide Sentry from our first pack, or we can wheel it from this pack. I'll take a Dawnhart Mentor. I think I've been pretty impressed by this green uncommon. And then we'll take an Evolving Wilds just in case. And now we can just take a random Timberland Guide, which is always an okay 2-drop to play. And Dawnhart Rejuvenator helps bridge the gap on turn 4, which we're kind of lacking. So lacking some 4-drops, but Dawnhart Rejuvenator is a good one. And another Silverbolt can maybe make the cut. And nothing else here. Don't think we're splashing for Gale Drifter. Brand could be feasible, or Random Crossroads Candle Guide, which also isn't a bad card to have. Maybe this is fine. Not sure. I'm hoping I can get a Harvesttide Sentry. Here's my Harvesttide, nowhere to be found, obviously. So, yeah, I guess we just throw in the Candlelight, maybe just a 3-mana 3/4, and just play a black-green good stuff deck. Which, you know, is not a great deck. Black-green, again, it doesn't really are playing things at the opposing end of the spectrum. Like, the thing is, again, black wants to be more sacrifice-oriented, whereas green wants to be more control-oriented. Again, you can make the case going black-white aggro, but it's still not great. I mean, the Knob of the Bat Whisperer also isn't bad on turn 4. Like, it's nice with Siege Zombies. If we can drain and make a 1/1 bat, it isn't the worst. We already have Ron Reunions, which can exile something, but I mean, the Crossroads Candle Guide might just have better stats overall in general. Just a 4-mana 3/4 blocker could be reasonable. So yeah, I'll take it. Actually, there was an Enolive doing in my sideboard. No idea. I can't believe we threw in the sideboard, so maybe we just cut the Candlelight. And I think we need to kind of go 16 lands, 17 lands to at least cast some of our, activate the Dawnhart Mentor. Looking at the creature count, 15. We do have Diregraph Rebirth to get our stuff back. So maybe this is fine. I don't hate the 1 copy of Rotten Reunion. And we should have enough creatures. I don't have to play something bad like Crossroads Candle Guide or Tireless Hauler. So, yeah, let's give this a shot, see how it goes. Yep, and mana base, looking at even split. So, yep. Pretty boring deck, but, yeah. Sometimes you just have to play boring decks if the bots are contesting everything else. Could have been green-white, but I feel like the black cards just had a higher power level and a higher ceiling, so this is fine. Alright, we can stack this and play a 2-drop and then maybe curve out into Dawnhart Mentor if there's a board stall. Not a bad start. So an aggressive black-red spells deck, I have to imagine. Pretty annoying card, which I can defenestrate it. And it also doesn't die to Olivia's Midnight Ambush, so I could always just play Novice Occultist and set up a block, or play Harvesttide Sentry and trade for it. Maybe that's better. If he does attack and do this, I'm going to be suspicious. Because he could have Stolen Vitality, which pumps it up to 4 toughness, which could be a problem. So I might just pass a turn. Never mind. Eccentric Farmer isn't bad. Maybe that's fine. Just play this out. Get some value, say go. Blood Thief, so luckily no way to trigger or drain me yet. Midnight's Ambush isn't bad. Can play a 2-drop into Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Maybe just do it now, just in case. And then we can always play Novice Occultist and maybe set up a double block if he gets aggressive. And we'll see go. Alright, at least he isn't doing much. That's good, we managed to stabilize. We even have Silver Bolt on defense if we want to. Probably sacrifice this, find black mana in case we need to cast a 1 mana Enalive. Play Silver Bolt and then play Dawnhart Mentor and take it slow. So we should be able to gum up the ground and take over the late game with the Dawnhart Mentor and take it from there. So it's hard to mix black-red spells with vampires since like red-black wants to be more creature-heavy than spells light. But you know, you can always make the argument for doing both. I will double block the 3/3 here. Do I quad block this? If he has Stolen Vitality, it can be kind of bad. So sure, I think I'll go for this block. He could have Stolen Vitality, but I'll make him use it. Alright, that's fine. And we still have some good blocks. Can Diregraph Rebirth. Maybe getting back Cavalry. Could also Silver Bolt this, which I don't mind, and just play a 2-drop. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, we'll just do this, play a 2-drop, and then that should be fine. I don't like the Vampire Socialite, it's kind of scary if he's playing black-red. And then I can always just reanimate a creature here. He can't discard a card. Birdmire isn't bad. Do I use it to just defend for 3? I can also just exile this. Or Diregraph Rebirth, getting back Candlelit Cavalry and start attacking. Maybe that's alright, just get back the Candlelit Cavalry and starts pumping for 5. And then we'll say go, we can end of turn, drain him, take 3, Admire can block the 3/4. Florian, that's a card I wish I've exiled. Alright, alright, so luckily I saved my Enalive actually, so I guess we'll take 4, the opponent gets to draw a card. We can still exile this and play the 1/4 to hold this off next turn. Since we have a 1/1 token, we can sack. Actually, I'm gonna sack Novice Occultist instead. So he can use this on my 1/1 token, which is fine. We'll still use this to drain. I'm not sure, it doesn't really matter. So we're probably gonna cast Enalive here, sacrificing the killing Florian, exiling and sacrificing Novice Occultist. And I could be mana efficient, but I think I just want to play a Birdmire to block and take it from there. Always nice to have, again, a copy of this. Brimstone Vandal, sure. We can still attack for 5, hungry for more, sure. I guess I'll block. Doesn't really matter here, I'll just block one of them. Morbid Opportunist is great. Yeah, we'll just play Morbid, and then if anything dies on his turn, we just get to draw a card, so... I could also attack for 5 here. Next turn, if he attacks, I can block the flower and block one of them, take 2. I do need to be aggressive, so I think I will attack for 5. I can still block and double block. I do lose Siege Zombie, so that could be a problem. If he turns at nighttime, I take 1. Okay, I guess I'm fine double blocking the 2/3. Just so I don't take a million. Drain him for 1 and then swing back for lethal. Yep. And the self-mill, again, isn't too bad, because, again, I have the Diregraph Rebirth to get back whatever creatures I mill. It's going to be unfortunate if it mills a removal spell off the top, of course, but that's the risk you get for playing a Eccentric Farmer. And I do need my creatures, so I think we keep this Eccentric Farmer. It's just so good. If we get stuck, if we get land screwed, it's very important to have it to hit your land drops. Obviously best in the blue-green deck where you have a bunch of flashback and disturb. Alright, some 2-drops. Alright, I'll try this. It's a little bit sketchy, but if we can play 2-drop, remove something, and keep attacking, we can buy some time and keep the opponent back on defense. So, come on, hurry up. Opponent's probably thinking of mulliganing. And it's so early that you see these 69 mythics, so we'll probably end up there, assuming we can get there. Deathbond Sprout's quite good. Don't need to ambush this now. I can play Siege Zombie, which can attack into this profitably, so I will. Because he can just trade with the Olivia's Midnight Ambush. If he keeps exiling milling creatures, I might get a little bit scared and want to cast the ambush, but I'll again take it slow. Timberland Guide is kind of annoying. Do I just trade for Timberland Guide now? Again, it's still not the worst. I will attack. If he trades, he trades. And then I can still play Harvesttide Sentry, maybe. I guess he can still make this into a 3-3 if I'm not careful, so maybe it's time to kill it. Yep. In case he makes it into a 3-3, and that's going to be a problem, so... I guess that's reasonable. Dawnhart Mentor, I might have to exile this eventually, so... Now, luckily we can double spell this turn. I'm not going to exile it now, since he doesn't have mana to pay for anything, and I'd rather have the Novice Occultist first and be mana efficient, so... Yeah, we'll take it from there. I think this is a very important key creature to exile. The nice thing is if I draw land, I can play this and attack with the Harvesttide Sentry since it will have Coven. And Smoldering Egg is kind of scary too. No land, but we still have Coven, so maybe now we can play Dawnhart Mentor. Do I exile his Dawnhart Mentor? That's the problem. I think given that... yeah, let's move to combat first. I do want to be mana efficient here. He can eventually activate this. This still needs 7 spells to get going. This is kind of scary though. If he has Burn the Accursed, I think I have to exile the egg instead then. Yeah, I think this is a safer approach. Like, even if he has his 6 mana for his Dawnhart Mentor activation, I can eventually just activate my own and offer some trades and still trample over. So I think that's worth considering. We still have one more Olivia's Midnight Ambush in the deck. Okay, I guess we attack for 3. We have Coven, which is good. Attack for 3 here, and then play Dawnhart Mentor to set up maybe a turn 5, 5 lands or 6 lands. So yeah, now we can stay ahead in the race. You can see Burn the Accursed end of turn 2, which is also annoying. No Burn the Accursed, so I'm happy I took out the egg actually. Even though he does seem to be playing a creature-heavy version of the deck. Maybe that was just a random blocker that was meant to bait out removal. Okay, so next turn if I get land, I can also threaten to pump if the opponent isn't careful. So I can also start getting in this 1/1 token. If he double blocks, I'm happy to get rid of this Eccentric Farmer. So maybe it's fine. Move to combat here. We have 6 mana to activate the Coven ability. I guess if I can attack with a 1/1 because this will become a 4/4, and if he double blocks or blocks, I get to get good value here, so I think I can free roll him. I don't know what this is all about, but yeah, we'll pump. He could have a Moonrager Slash, but no, that's 2 mana, so we'll see what he has here. Sure, a duel. I mean, it still trades. I mean, it doesn't trade, I still get the punch through and trample for this, and take out his 2/3, so that reduces his Coven. If I get land next turn, I can attack with both of these as well, so... Yep, opponent uses Burn the Accursed. Definitely worth doing against this type of deck. And then, what can I do here? I could play Hound Tamer and start loading up counters. Which I will. And then, should I do it now? Maybe I just need to diversify and put counters onto Dawnhart. Rejuvenator so he can threaten to attack next turn. Might as well do it now, just in case he has more removal. And he does, so that's annoying. Maybe I should have kept up the activated ability, but if I did it end of turn, he would have responded. So either way, I guess I can find land off the top and play Diregraph for it, so I might as well just play Eccentric Farmer. Hopefully not mill some key removal spells, which are really important. Ooh, Rotten Reunion is nice, but we'll just play out the Diregraph Horde and go wide. And eventually do some sort of maybe all-out attack. And we just want to get rid of removal spells, right? Because he can buy them back with Arcanist, whatever you call it. The 4 mana that can bring back a spell. Howl the Hunt, sure. I can still attack with the 3/4 and the 2 creatures here. So yeah, let's move to combat. I'll still attack with the 3/4 and the 3/5. He can block one of them, and he still can't block the other one. We might be able to go wide enough to kill him. He doesn't have Coven to activate the Dawnhart Mentor, so yep. It's quite good. We can even Rotten Reunion end of turn and do something. Clear Shot, that's annoying. Sure. So he could have blocked and then used Clear Shot as well to kill something else, so I'm not sure why he decided to do that. And this is still a 3/3, which can attack next turn. If I attack with all, he's still going to be alive. I don't want to use Rotten Reunion in case he has something I might want to exile, so I'm just going to attack with both of these. And he's still forced to take 3. A Bounding Wolf, that's annoying, but I'll still take out this 3/3. And then we can also just attack with a 2/3. Yep. Luckily he doesn't have Coven. So now I can still attack with the Eccentric Farmer and keep chipping in or offer to trade. As the opponent grabs the Elemental, so I'm going to respond to see what he gets back. So I'm going to hold full control, and then before he gets it back, I'll just Rotten Reunion, get rid of the Clear Shot. So yeah, I knew that was coming. Always got to be smart. So he doesn't get value off this. He does have Coven though, so I should be careful. But I'm still going to attack with the 3/4 and the 2/3 this turn, so we'll attack. And if he blocks with a 0/4, which I'm hoping he does, we can blow him out. I'm actually happy that he's blocking like this, so we'll let damage happen. And then now we can finish off the 0/1 before, because it's going to keep being a nuisance. And then we can attack next turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can put him down to 1. Yep, we got him. So just gotta be careful. Exiling spells is definitely very important, especially against red. And if they're red-black, obviously you can exile creatures if you think they have Crawl from the Cellar. Alright, what do we have in our opening hand? Not much. We have a Silverbolt, and then, yeah, this hand's sketchy. I still think I keep, hoping we draw into some action, because we have Silverbolt on turn 1, which is decent. And we're also on the draw, right? So, that's not too bad. Yeah, we're on the draw, so I'm fine keeping this hand, since we gain the extra card advantage, which can top deck something later, and then having Silverbolt early to stop the Static Awakener is also important. Although, he might be able to activate this before I can shoot it down, so that's a problem. So I'm hoping he doesn't have a 2-drop here. A 2-drop would be beautiful, because I want to kill this with the Silverbolt. Did he seriously keep a 1-drop? Nope. Yeah, this is going to be rough. If he has a 2-drop, I don't want a 2-for-1 myself with Burdenmire. As I say that, he plays Champion of the Parish, which is also a scary card, plus another Static Awakener. So the opponent is going off. Might just go off here. So if I do block something next turn, he's forced to sack, but he gets a 4/4 and gets a free kill. So I'm probably not going to block. I'm probably not going to block anything here. He can attack with all. I mean, he can attack with these two. He can sack Champion, make a 4/4. Not something I want to allow it to happen, so we'll just say go. And then next turn, we'll probably take 4 here. And we'll probably take 4 again. I'm happy that if he's going to sacrifice a second Static Awakener, I might be fine with that. If he sacrificed a Champion, he still gets... Okay, he's not going to do it, so I actually don't mind. He's probably planning maybe flip the switch. I mean, I'm hoping he can sack something, and then end of turn we can Silverbolt and respond to kill. Sure, he gets another sack activation, but I think that's the play we have to do. So I'm probably going to play land and pass, because otherwise if I play a creature, he still gets to attack pretty well into this Burdenmire, into this 2/2. So there's a lot of mind games going on. He might even main phase this just to play around my Silverbolt. Yeah, I might as well main phase. He did miss out on 3 damage, but again, it's what you have to do at times. Opponent passes the turn, so I'm just going to pass the turn, and then on the stack I'm going to Silverbolt whatever he decides to sacrifice. So I'm going to keep up the mana here. Like, I would love to drop Morbid Opportunist, but I can't afford to. And then now I can just keep up the mana. If he decides to sack something and make something into a 4/4, we can still respond by Silverbolting. So I'm hoping he attacks here. I can block and I can make him sack and then respond. So I'm probably going to block one of them and see what's up. So he's in the sack. On the stack we can kill one. He still gets to draw a card, but at the very least we can force him to do this. So is he going to sacrifice the second one or the champion? I'm actually happy that he's going to do this. And then we can Silverbolt to finish this, so... Yeah, I don't know what the opponent is thinking here, but he might have made a misplay. So on the stack, we want to kill this before, you know, comes a 4/4. So yep, he just gets to draw a card and he doesn't get to make a 4/4. So yeah, we got him nicely there. So yeah, let's move to combat, attack for 2. And then, what do I play here? I could play Morbid Opportunist just to get it online, just to play around Counterspell. Sure, it's open, this can die, but I might as well get it out in case he has flipped the switch. That was a pretty nice turn for us. We got the best value by making him do this. Necrosynthesis doesn't seem like a great card. Whenever another creature dies, put 1/1 counter onto this creature. When enchanted creature dies, look at the top 4. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a great card. Do we attack here? You could have a flash ambush creature, so I might want to keep the Morbid Opportunist back and just attack with a 2/2. He can always make a zombie. Nope. And we'll probably just play Eccentric Farmer to hit our land drop and maybe play a 2-drop here. Yep, land drop is good, so that's why Eccentric Farmer is a good common. Even outside of these blue-green mill decks, it can help us hit our lands. And then we can always reanimate one of our creatures with Diregraph Rebirth as well, so... I don't know what's going on. I don't think this person knows how to draft blue-black. Maybe he just heard it from limited resources and got rid of 2 of the best commons just to put Necrosynthesis on champion. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he has zombies. Not sure. Yeah, we'll attack here. I think it's fine sending these 2. If he debates me, I I still get to draw a card. So he could have Revenge, he could have... Yeah, he could have Revenge here. Revenge can put a creature on top, put on bottom, and then this grows into a 2/2. He still doesn't really have any good blocks. So probably 2 zombies here, maybe double startle. If he chumps with this, I'm okay. So probably startle. Yep. Saw that one coming a mile away. So he gets to grow this, and then we lose a creature, but we still draw a card, which isn't too bad. And then should I be careful here? Clear shot's not bad. I guess I might as well play out Burden Mire end of turn, maybe try to clear shot the champion if he has a counter spell. I'm just going to clear shot now. He let this resolve, so that's kind of interesting. I'm still going to pass the turn and say go. And maybe try to clear shot this end of turn and see what's up, because this is kind of annoying. He could have a sacrifice spell. So if he does that, I might want to respond and kill the 3/3. And then, yeah, kill this right now before it grows. I think I need to take the risk. Not big fan of this, but this is kind of scary. Hopefully no other interaction spell or zombie generator. Yeah, maybe I should have done it my turn, but, you know, I don't know. Let's just let this resolve, please. I guess I can Diregraf Rebirth this. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, sweet. So, I guess I can't Diregraf because this ends up getting exiled, but yeah, that's fine. I get to take out 2 insane commons and then the rare early on, so we gotta outplay the opponent. Just an arrogant outlaw, don't care about that. I'll offer to trade for the 2/3 with the 2/3. Just play the 5-drop, say go. Even if he makes me this card, I still have Diregraf Rebirth to flashback. Maybe I should have kept the land so I can cast this a second time. But we can attack for 2, play Candlelit Cavalry, and take it slow, and maybe just try to grind him out. Maybe this is his turn. Oh, he would have cast Flip the Switch on the removal spell. He's also playing vampires in blue-black, so I think we have this. I think I double block here. He could have Blade Brand, but I'm still going to double block. Yep. I lose 2 creatures, but I still get to draw a card off the 1/2, and the 5/5 is still around. So it's not the worst. Scale Drifter, sure. Combat, attack. Maybe rebirth the Hound Tamer. Which is definitely the best card in our graveyard. And then we can still play land here. Pass. So he's basically forced to chump next turn, and we can also attack with both of these, everyone actually, and put a counter on our creature end of turn, or if he decides to get a good block. So he's basically dead. I can't really imagine him having anything else unless he chains together 2 removal spells out of nowhere. Or plays Meathook Massacre. Meathook Massacre would be a problem. Okay, Bat Whisper is fine. I can still send in the 5/5, Necrosynthesis. Why do people play this card? So we do have Coven, so this has Trample. So yeah, let's just play land, and I think I can also activate this twice. So either way, I have some pretty good attacks. So I think I'll attack and then see how this ends up. Okay, he's just dead. When I realize it's not a win. Don't play this card, guys. It's not good. It's not actually a 2-for-1. It's more like it's not even. Yeah, it's not even actually 2-for-1. It's just it might not even be a 1-for-1. Actually, it's I guess you can still find a card on top of it, but you can still 2-for-1 yourself by doing that if the creature ends up getting exiled. But if the creature, I guess, trades off, you can still get value, but it's still not very exciting. It doesn't really progress your game plan. unless the creature grows really large and becomes a problem, but even then, Necrosynthesis isn't an uncommon that it would take too highly, so. We're doing it again, we're going to go 4-0 and get swept. Sure. Ooh, Deathbond Sprouts, so. Yeah, so this is the same situation. Siege Zombie versus Harvest Tide. Well, it's almost like this the first game we played. Funny enough, and he mills a creature. No, just a land. Alright, it's not a creature this time. Pestilent Wolf. I think I'm fine trading off. Actually, if he blocks, I can clear shot and do some gross things, so I will attack. I'm actually hoping he blocks so I can clear shot and do some gross things. If he takes it, I'm going to play the Harvest Tide Sentry and maybe do some gross things next turn. We'll see. Milling lands are good, so this thing might not ever transform. So do I attack with both? Probably just attack with the 2/2, although he could have his own instant here. Do I just attack with the 2/2? Yeah, I'll just attack with the 2/2, say go. I mean, if he blocks, I might use the clear shot, or do I just let it resolve? You know what, let's let it resolve. I'm kind of scared he could have his own instant to blow me out. So I'm just going to allow this to resolve and then just say go. And see what he has here. I'm fine if he mills, I don't care about it. Oh, yes. Yes, mill that Meathook Massacre. Broodweaver, so that's a better target for clear shots or exile. We're probably going to ambush the Midnight Deathbond Sprout end of turn. Yep. And then Bird Admire still doesn't allow any attacks. I could clear shot this, which is fine, but I think I'm better off just playing Bird Admire and maybe exiling this eventually. Or maybe getting my 4th land for Dawnheart to attack past this. Otherwise, I'm not really developing any tempo, and that could be kind of bad in the late game. I could have blown him out of the clear shot, but again, just playing it safe. We can save this for something later. And the opponent was also keeping up 3 mana, so we could also have Defenestrate. Okay, I guess we'll just play... I could attack. Yeah, let's just play Hound Tamer. And just pass. Again, he could have Defenestrate, but yeah, we'll just say go. Yeah, I shouldn't just have Covenant. No, it's only 3 power, so we'll just pass here and could see a removal spell end of turn. Yeah, that's another reason why big green creatures aren't great, because you tap out for them. The opponent has a 3 mana removal, and even then, you don't even have enough mana to sink into your game plan. So next turn we can attack if we get a land, which is nice. Opponent isn't playing much. He could have Tovolar, which could be a problem. We can still exile Tovolar. Harvest Tide Sentry, that's okay. Maybe see a clear shot, there it is. So he had one. We still have a good blocker. And a Siege Zombie. I guess we'll enable 2 power for Coven, so we can attack for 3, although he can just kill, he can just trade. Do I mind if he trades? Probably, so maybe we just play this and pass, or trade. Trading isn't the worst, but I might want the 4 power for clear shot to take this out, so I'll actually just say go and pass. We can take 3, I can drain him and swing back for 3, assuming he doesn't have anything. Opponent is flooding, so alright. Luckily he milled that Meathook Massacre, otherwise we'd be in trouble. And do I attack here? If I attack here, I could blow him out with clear shot. But again, same argument, I think we're fine just developing our board first and not get too scared, because I don't think there's any way he can get back his Meathook Massacre unless he has Dryad's Revival, so maybe I should be careful and take it slow. But I also need to start hammering down on the opponents. I can start draining him for 1 per turn. Like, is there any real way I can beat Dryad's Revival and Meathook Massacre? Probably not. So we're just going to keep draining and attacking, and I could play Morbid, but we'll still play the Cowled Cavalry, and next turn maybe this can attack. Plus the Harvesttide Sentry, so... So if he Dryad's Revival in the Meathook Massacre, I might be sad. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But we have the advantage here, the tempo. The opponent is flooding, and we're also just draining them, so... Happy the opponent's deck isn't too scary outside Meathook Massacre. Could see a Defenestrate. Just a 5-man Eat Alive, that's fine. I can still end the turn and activate the Siege Zombie. So if he had Meathook Massacre, he would have maybe done something else, but now we can still block this, which is fine. It's going to become daytime next turn. We have to kill this. So just keep draining the opponent, and then might play the Morbid, assuming I get a land off the top. That's not the land I want. So I might just tap out 5 to Eat Alive this and take it slow, because I do want to kill something with Morbid Opportunist to also draw a card with it. I could also play his main phase, but I think it's more important to just do a 5-mana Eat Alive and take out this 3/3 before he just sinks his mana everywhere and this becomes a problem, so this is fine, and then say go again. Next turn we can play Morbid, keep up Clear Shot, and attack with the 3/1 and offer to trade. And he cast Tovolar, of course, knew this was coming. Of course. Alright, so the person has Meathook Massacre and Tovolar, so we need to find a way to not change at nighttime. He can obviously use Tovolar to fight, so this is a problem. So just drain him here. Is there a way? We'll play Morbid first. I think I need to offer the 3/1 here. And then if it trades, it's not the worst. Yep. It's still nighttime. He can try to fight with Tovolar. But I have Clear Shot to maybe blow out his wolf fights. So he can activate twice during nighttime. I guess Clear Shot isn't great because he can use his wolf to fight. So yeah, just the turn where I had to use Eat Alive, he had to have that fight spell, so... I mean, he had to drop Tovolar on us, so that's really saddening. If he attacks, I am blocking, however. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could have a way to get it back. I still think I'm going to block with the Siege Zombie and offer to trade, or the 2/4. I think it's important to... I mean, I do want this as a win condition, that's a problem. So I'm probably just going to block here and then use Clear Shot before damage happens and hope nothing goes bad. Because he's only keeping up the Evolving Wilds here, so I think I will go for it. And even if he kills, I get to draw a card. And it still becomes daytime and I can still start attacking. So I'll block here, and then before damage we'll try to Clear Shot. And 2 for 1 ourselves to take out Tovolar because he's so powerful. I'm hoping he doesn't have Crawl from the Cemetery. But this is again a play I think I need to make. I can assume he's holding up priority of the Evolving Wilds and not much else. What does he have here? I think I clear shot now. If he has something, that sucks, but I still get to draw a card and make him use it. Is this another fight spell? Yeah, Howl the Hunt. That's rude. Okay. This is going to be a rough game. At least it's still daytime again, and I can still attack and still draw a card off of this. So, yep, that's bad. And this also gains Vigilance. That's a problem. Darn, I do want to fight, but the fact that it gains Vigilance is again a problem. I can Dawnhart Mentor and keep it daytime. I can Diregraph Rebirth, get back Hound Tamer or Siege Zombie. I guess I'll save the Diregraph Rebirth for getting back a Siege Zombie, because I think maybe our only way to win is to kind of just drain him out with maybe the Siege Zombie and take it from there. But if he makes it nighttime, he can start fighting, which is a problem. I still get to draw cards, so yeah, do I have any removal spells? I guess I have a second Olivia's Midnight Ambush which can answer this, so we'll just pass the turn, say go. I think that was a risk worth taking using the clear shot. I obviously he got the free card, but I still get to draw a card off of Morbid, so it's not the worst. And I guess if he makes it on my turn and he tries to fight with a wolf, I can activate the Dawnhart Mentor with the Covenant ability, so that's pretty sweet too. I guess he can activate it again twice, which is another problem, so, Alright, sure. He is still daytime, so I'm actually happy that he did this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have any good blocks I can still chump? He will force my hand, though, with the Rebirth. So I think I need to cast Rebirth to stay alive here. Because if he turns at nighttime, I can still activate a Dawnhart, but he can activate twice in response. So yeah, we will cast a Rebirth and get back. Do I want to get back to Hound Tamer? Or just a Siege Zombie? If I get back to Hound Tamer, do I have mana to activate the ability? I can. Four, 5, 6, 7. So if I draw a card and get 8 mana, I can start loading up counters everywhere, which is going to become a huge problem. If I get back a Siege Zombie, he can always just fight both of them. So I think we bring back the Hound Tamer and keep it daytime. Pass the turn. No attacks. Yeah, just keep it daytime so he can't activate the fight ability, and also this stays as just a random 8/8. So he's going to turn nighttime. We can drain him for 2, put him to 6. If he fights one of our creatures, we get to draw a card, which is really sweet. And we can also threaten to attack. By threatening to attack, that's also quite powerful. If I attack with a 4/4, what happens? I can make this into a 7/7. It's still not enough. I can also do an all-out attack. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still think we play land and pass and see what's up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He blocks our biggest creatures. Can we still kill him? Probably not. We'll see what's up. So go, and I might not activate Dawnhart Mentor. I could activate the Untamed Pup, and if he tries to fight again, I can activate it again. So if he tries to fight something here, I have the Pup activation and Dawnhart Mentor activation. So we'll see if he wants to fight anything. I can always chump and start draining him. So I want to maybe activate the Untamed because, again, if he tries to fight, I put a counter. If he fights again, I can put a counter. So let's see what he tries here. Yeah, in response, we'll put a 1/1 counter. Make sure we tap like civilized people. And then this can also become a 2/5 if I activate the the Untamed Pump again. So he could activate it again, but it's still not great. So I'll do it again by putting another 1/1 counter. So basically, yep, this is going to fight. I draw a card, I put another counter, and then I draw another, and then the more of an opportunity sticks around. So yeah, this opponent doesn't really know how to play Magic, I see. So we'll say go. And then we can also just chump or take 9. I guess he can use a fight ability. If he decides to attack with a 9/9, we can still triple block this maybe. Not sure if I want to do that. Maybe I just take 9 and take it from there. He can hit me with... I guess the Silver Bolt will answer this, so maybe we just take it. I'm not really in a hurry. He can try to use a fight ability end of turn, but we'll just take out Tovolar and win the game. So Silver Bolt is going to take out the Untamed Pup, unfortunately. And he also gets to fight our Siege Zombie, but that's okay. And I also get to draw a card. And then the fight goes on a stack. We'll just tap our Siege Zombie. And then we can take out Tolvar, and then, yep, take it from there. Morbid is such a busted card, I just get to draw. Wow, even Olivia's Midnight Ambush is quite powerful. Yeah, I'll probably save Olivia's Midnight Ambush. I mean, I guess if I use Olivia's Midnight Ambush here, I can also keep up the Dawnheart Mentor's ability. And then I can also threaten to attack for lethal. I think we can do that, so yeah, let's just do this. Draw a card. And then we can also threaten to attack for lethal. And we probably have the game here. Yeah, we'll attack with everyone. I mean, I can keep the Dawnheart Mentor back, and he's probably dead unless... he can block here, block here, block here, but we're still in good shape. And I can just pump the Morbid Opportunist, and he's just dead, so... Or the 2/4. Yeah, just pump the 2/4, and he's just dead, so this is fine. Also gives Trample, so yeah. Even me managed to beat the opponent with Tovolar and Meathook Massacre, so... That misplay he made with the fights, that definitely saved my butt. Otherwise, he would have had like 4 dogs, and it would have been pretty rough. I think he should have aimed it at the Siege Zombie, so even if I put 2 counters onto it, both of the dogs would trade, and Siege Zombie would still die. But yeah, we got him. So 4-0, let's keep this up. Maybe we get reverse swept again like our first draft. Alright, seems fine. Can even put a counter onto Novice Occultist, making it into a 2-3 attacker, so which is quite relevant in the early game, and then the opponent might be incentivized to trade off for it, and we get to draw a card. So yeah, Occultist and then Timberland Guide seems like a nice start. As we see a Static Awakener, okay. Could just Midnight Ambush it. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's play Novice Occultist. No need to do so now. We can, if he has a 2-drop, I might consider killing this, but yeah, if he has a 2-drop, I will consider killing this. But if not, then we're fine to even play Timberland Guide and attack as he plays a Novice Occultist here. So, do we want to use the Livy's Midnight Ambush, or do we want to use the Silver Bolts? This is more mana efficient, so we can double spell the Livy's Midnight Ambush maybe next turn. So maybe I'm fine using it here and do it before he gets a sack and draw a card, and we'll say go. This could be more useful against a green opponent with werewolves, but you know, it's still fine. Morbid Opportunist, the card we don't want to see. Yep. There's a Ron Reunion. I'm probably just going to play Timberland Guide. I guess I could attack first. So I could, yeah, I think I'll put a counter attack into this, hoping he blocks the 1-3 and finish it off with Midnight Ambush. If he chumps, then he gets to draw 2 cards. I'm fine with this exchange. Gets to draw 2, but we gotta get an annoying blocker out of the way. So I'm probably going to block the 1-3 and use Olivia's Midnight Ambush before damage, maybe, so he doesn't get to draw a card, and we can keep our 1-1 alive if he decides to attack. It is a little bit questionable, but I think we might have to do that play. We'll see. Slaughter Specialist, okay. Also gets a draw card. His deck looks really scary. So now what? I could take out the Flesh Taker, but all that happens is that he ends up drawing a card. I don't even have any good attacks, to be honest. This is still a 3-3. Yeah, I think we just say go. And we can just play Diregraph Horde here and take it slow. And these are relevant cards and get back in the graveyard. We still have Ron Reunion, so this is fine. I hate letting him untap with a Flesh Taker, but it's what we have to do. So we need to find our own Morbid Opportunist before he does, I guess. So I think the Silver Bow was still a good use on the Static Awakener because it was gonna be a problem, but it was still better off dealing with the 1-3. So maybe I should just use the Midnight's Ambush actually. So that wasn't great. So now if he kills a creature, he just grows his creatures and draws a card. So this is a pretty insane engine. So maybe I should have kept the Silver Bolt on battlefield to answer Morbid. So this is a problem. He can free roll me the 2-2 or just pass the turn. But a Static Awakener isn't bad. That's pretty good. And yeah, he also gets to draw a card. So I'm not sure if I even want to activate it. We'll say go. I could also just attack with the 3-3. And if he sacrifices with the Flesh Taker, I don't actually mind that as well. He gets to swing back for 3, but I mean, we get a poke at him. If he sacks his Slaughter Specialist, makes this into a 2-2. I could always try to live his Midnight Ambush to do this play, but maybe it's too aggressive. Yep. He might sack something to draw and scry end of turn. Do I respond by... okay. I can force him to sack the 3-3. Maybe I just use a Static Awakener. No, we want to use it on his turn because so he doesn't end up drawing an extra card. So we'll do this and pass. And we'll see what's up. Maybe I just need to keep passing the turn in case he has removal. But yeah, this is rough. I think Morbid Opportunist is definitely enemy number 1. And then enemy number 2 is Flesh Taker. And then Slaughter Specialists, hopefully we can maybe do some sort of double blocks against this. If we pass the turn and sacrifice something, I'm kind of scared. So I might not even do it. As the opponent plays a Silver Bolt, so I'm still going to keep up my mana and not sacrifice anything here, so hopefully we can draw into some good removal. And yep, we're not going to do anything, just pass. Just play a long grindy game, play out some lands, and see go. Luckily the opponent isn't finding much to sack. What is this? Maybe a Defenestrate, a Sungold Barrage. That's annoying. I guess I can sack now in response and make this into a 4/4. It's unfortunate because he gets to draw a card and make a 4/4 as well. But maybe that's the play. Maybe I can try to answer the 2/2 and see what's up. And if he sacks a 3/3, then this won't grow. So I think maybe it's time to use the Midnight Ambush here. And I'm happy if he sacks a Slaughter Specialist. I'm actually hoping he sacks his 3/3. So yeah, so I'm basically making him do it here. Alright, he values the 2/2 more than the 3/3, that's reasonable. And I can sack the Diregraf Horde and draw a card. See another removal spell. Black has just all the removal spell you need in this set. It's kind of gross if you think about it. Yeah, we'll see. If he attacks with a 2/2, I might be a little bit suspicious. But I can always just try to double block, or so he would need like 6 power, I don't know. I might not even play the Siege Zombie, given that he has Silver Bolt, or I might try to make him use it. But now I can start attacking the 4/4, assuming he doesn't make any tokens, and take it from there. Cathar's Call, yeah, that's annoying too, so he can just make 4/4s all day. That's rough, and I'm not a big fan of this card, but in black-white, it's something that you don't mind doing. So he can just make chump blockers and draw cards all day, and he can also sacrifice them all day. So this is rough, as we're drawing absolutely nothing. So do I just attack with a 4/4 and force him to chump? I might as well. So he can just chump, sack, gain a life, draw a card. It's so stupid. And if he's willing to trade, I'm actually fine with that as well. I guess he could have a pump trick, maybe Flare's Faith, because he's allowing this to happen. So he can easily have the Flare's Faith here. If he sacrifices, I'm fine with the exchange. If he sacrifices 2 creatures, I'm also fine with that exchange. Because I can also, I can also just kill them more, but I can also just, more of an opportunist ends up dying. And the trade here is a nice 2-for-1 as well, so yeah, this isn't bad. He loses the Cathar's Call, and then I'm still going to keep the Siege Zombie because I'm afraid. So we're going to pass the turn. I guess he could have Crawl, but we'll just run Reunion if he tries anything fishy here. So we got to play smart. So Guardian Savior to buy Redeem back. I guess we can instant speed, and let's see what he tries. So if this targets right, so we can exile in response, luckily, so game is not over. And then still in the stack, we'll exile Slaughter Specialist. So yeah, Ron Reunion, definitely an overperformer in this set. He doesn't get value. Harvest Tide Sentry, don't mind just playing out. And then we'll probably take 3 in the air, keep the Siege Zombie so we can potentially start draining him. I'm hoping he uses a Silver Bolt here, so we can finally play out the Siege Zombie. But yeah, opponent's deck looks really gross. You could even have a Crawl from a Cellar to bring back his stuff, which is disgusting. So black is really powerful, as you can see. Like, just bringing back Sigardan Savior, Morbid Opportunist with the dumb Crawl from a Cellar is really gross, so happy that we main deck a copy of Rotten Reunion in this set. So he might take out my Sentry and start being aggressive. Just plays out a 7/6. I'll probably take 3 in the air. Probably need to force some sort of triple block on this or something. So I'm probably forced to play the Siege Zombie, as we just grab an Evolving Wilds, which is not useful. So we'll just play Siege Zombie, maybe make him use the ability. Say go. Probably gonna force a triple block or something so we can take this out. Yeah, opponent's deck is pretty busted, but we're trying to do our best. I should have saved the Silver Bolt for this, so yeah, maybe should have just Midnight Ambushed. I'll probably chump here or double block. I can try to double block to force him to use the bolt, which I don't mind, and I will. Like I do get 2 for 1, but I do want to maybe just draw a card off of this annoying Novice Occultist, which is doing me nothing. So I will block like this, force the Silver Bolt, so then the Siege Zombie can stick around, and then hopefully get some goodies. Before damage, I probably need to sack the land so I don't draw a bunch of lands, but the opponent probably has some pump spells here. Just make him use it. So yeah, we have to deal with the Flyer, the 7/6, and the 1/3. So I highly doubt we're gonna get out of this one. Just thin out the deck, get our land just so we don't draw a million of them. And then yeah, we'll get 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 here, but that's fine. We can still draw a card off of the 2/3, hopefully find some answers, and yeah, take it from there. Yeah, at this point we're probably just dead. So yeah, we're probably gonna get reverse swept again. It happens. What can you do? Don't know what's up here. So we probably need to find some exile abilities. No, we don't have any exile. We have the Rotten Reunion to take out something, another Siege Zombie. Yeah, I don't think the Drain plan is going to work against this opponent. So he can exile it, I see. So, yeah. I do have a second Siege Zombie, but it's not going to do much against a Flyer and a 7/6. So yeah, the opponent's kind of afraid of him draining me out. So he's probably going to just activate it now to exile. Yeah, he drew like 7 cards off of this already, so we're probably just going to lose. I don't know if we can win this, unless we burn him out and do maybe some sort of all-out attack, which he might not be careful with, so we'll probably give it one more turn and then see if we can do an all-out attack to kill him. So can block the 3/3 Flyer at least, take 7. So we can put him down to 14, can we kill him on the way back? 10, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, we won't kill him. So either way, we need to find a removal spell. I'll block the 3/3 for sure. There's no reason not to. Rip. Why can't we have amazing bombs like the opponent? You've been playing the Cathar's Call. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can win this. Yeah, we're not going to win. We can keep draining him, but his life total is too high. He has a menace creature and 3 relevant threats we have to get rid of. This also just becomes a 2/2 Death Touch flyer. Will this save my butt? No, I need 6 mana. I mean, I can keep chumping, but yeah, I don't think we'll win. He has chump blockers for days as well, and you can just draw cards all day. We're not winning. Sometimes the opponent just have better decks than yours, and they can just, I mean, better bombs, and they can just run janky cards and get away with it. Happens. Two-drop, Silverbolt, seems fine. As the opponent plays his own Silverbolt, sure. So, yep. Also black-green, so gotta be careful. Now, that's a card I don't mind using Silverbolts on, but we're still gonna leave with Timberland Guide and maybe force a trade. He could have his Olivia's Midnight Ambush. I guess he's just going to kill this and attack for 2, and we're just going to kill this next turn and maybe set something up as well. Oh, Olivia's Midnight Ambush. We're not going to do the same mistake as last time. We're going to Midnight Ambush this and play a Silverbolt. Because again, you could have Morbid Opportunist. So I'm fine with this. Pay more mana, but then we get to take out a bit better stuff. And yeah, we'll just shoot this down ASAP before it becomes a problem. Because he could always just play a 2-drop next turn and make this into a 4/4. So that's fine by me. Diagraph Horde is pretty strong. Yeah, I don't really care about anything he's exiling, so luckily there's not much going on in our graveyard. And yeah, we're just going to play a 2-drop and then pass with Rotten Reunion up, and then we'll take 3 and then maybe block the next following turn and kill this. Make sure we keep up black mana next turn if we're doing that play, so if he tries to crawl from his cellar, we can still exile the Horde. But yeah, take 3 for now. And opponent plays Arrogant Outlaw, that's annoying. So yeah, more life drain. Hopefully no removal if I play my 5-drop next turn, which I am going to just play out and hope for the best. So this is going to help me stabilize. Shady Traveler, we can still double block. We can still play Birdmire and take it slow. And I'll pass the turn here. Just want to get on the board ASAP before he overwhelms us. Hound Tamer, I'm going to kill. That's definitely a card I do not want hanging around, so yep, we're just going to kill this now before it becomes a problem. And then, do I keep up Rotten Reunion here? It's possible, because he can just buy it back. I'm just going to pass the turn here, and I guess this becomes a 4-4, but that's fine. I can't really allow him to cast Crawl from his cellar and get back Hound Tamer. I want to just exile in response, that's a problem too. So I could just double spell and turn it daytime, but I still have a good double block on this. So I'm not really worried. And we can always buy our guys back, and then, yeah, we'll say go. No reason to attack here. We'll set up a double block against the 8-7, and it's still going to be nighttime. I could always double block with a 5-5 and the 3-1. What's this? Maybe a removal spell. So a Silverbolt to take out my Werewolf, pretty annoying. So maybe it's still a triple block. He takes out my 3-5. I probably need to double block the 8-7 then. And then I can maybe bring it back. Sure, not much I can do about that. And then we'll just double block the 8-7, maybe Diregraph Rebirth to 5-5 to at least have a 5-5 blocker. If he attacks all out, then we're also fine. Yeah, I think it's best to get rid of this right now before it becomes a problem. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think the double block has to be the right choice, and hopefully nothing here. If he has something, then I'm dead. Like a Might of Coven, I'm just screwed. So please resolve. But there is a pause, so we're probably screwed up. Maybe just determining which one to put first. I'm fine with this, and, you know, we just want this up to counter to Crawl from the cellar. Please don't have anything. No Olivia's Midnight Ambush, please. Otherwise, we could have double block, kept the 5-5, bring back the 3-1, which isn't great. And I'll be taking 8, which I don't want to do. So I think we double block this now or never. What's this? Come on, hurry up. Hurry up, opponent. I think he has something here. Yeah, I'm just gonna quit. This is stupid. I can't deal with this. Alright, we're getting swept again. We went 4-0, and then now we're losing again. It's like 4-0 is just a perfect place to be to lose your gems and not get the highest win rate. Alright, so, yeah, some of these opponents have been pretty rough, just 2-for-1ing us all day. It's not fun, so there's no way we were getting out of that game. Even if I got rid of a removal spell to take out the 8-7, he still had a 4-4 Menacer. And, yeah, a bunch of zombie tokens ready to swarm us. So either way, we were in pretty bad shape. Waste of time. Sure. Fine, leading with Siege Zombie. Yeah, we'll leave with Siege Zombie. You could have Olivia's, but whatever. Eccentric Farmer is interesting. I think I've played the Hound Tamer before he has Dream Mana to play a counter spell. And then I can also threaten to pump next turn with the Hound Tamer if I want to. Puppet Stitcher's a bomb. Luckily enough, we have the Silver Bolt. I think we attack first and threaten. Okay. And then we'll just Silver Bolt this way before he goes off and destroys us. So yeah, Silver Bolt works. This card is really scary. Sage, I'm fine dealing with. And I can still attack past it with the Hound Tamer, given that I have the activate ability, so that's quite nice. And now what we can do is we can sack the Evolving Wilds and get back with a Sentry Farmer to keep thinning our library. So we'll get, I don't know, Swamp, I guess. Could keep up Olivia's, but meh. We just want to get more mana onto the battlefield. And we can also buy back Diregraph Horde, which is pretty sweet eventually, so yeah, that's great. Yep, and he doesn't have anything. I can just keep attacking and threatening to put counters, so that was sweet. Finally, we get to break this 4-4 this reverse sweep. And 5 and 2. So hopefully 2 more wins and we can get 7. And yeah, I probably don't have enough time to do a Premier core draft, but I'll probably do it next video. Do a Premier draft Innistrad Midnight Hunt before it goes away, and then do a core set Premier draft. That should be pretty interesting. Alright, yeah, we can crack this, play a 2-drop, play a 3-drop into a 3-drop again. We'll keep this. And then, do we find green mana or black mana? We might want to play a green spell and then play Eaten Alive, like maybe play Timberland Guide on turn 2, on turn 3, and then put it onto a creature and sacrifice it. So I think I'm leaning towards black mana here over green, even though we have more green spells, just to be safe. And then I think we leave with the Harvesttide Sentry. And he has his own Harvesttide Infiltrator. Do we offer to trade here? I think it's okay. And then the Birdamar can even block it. This is fine. And I could just play a Sentry Farmer, hoping I get lands to set up next turn for lands. You know what? We'll do it next turn. I think the Birdamar is better, because if he turns at nighttime, then I can attack for 3. So, Famished Forgers is quite strong. So either way, I have 4 mana. So what we can do is we can just put a counter here, and yeah, we can just put a counter here and then play Static Awakener, so this can block. And I can also just exile this, honestly, which is also not a bad idea. Let's just do it then. Just be mana efficient now. And then we can always stack the Sentry Farmer to a Static Awakener. I'm hoping he doesn't drop a bomb here, but I think this was a mana efficient play. In case we just need to top deck a land into a Cavalry, we don't want that creature to stick around. So yeah, we're probably just gonna Eccentric Farmer, hopefully get land for Siege Zombie. Can get Evolving Wilds, but I just want to play my 2-drops, so just want to develop the board for now. Sigo. If he attacks, I'm probably not going to block, because I might want to sacrifice this. Keep up the sack ability in case he has something. If he just passes the turn, I'm fine with that too. So he might just attack here. I mean, I can just block, but let's just activate this and keep draining him. And then we'll just keep playing out stuff and taking it from there. Static Awakener is really nice. Opponent plays his Burdenmire, it's still daytime. I can still keep burning him with the Siege Zombie, so hopefully I can draw a spell. Second Siege Zombie is great, so yeah, even better. And I'm probably not going to play out land, now we can activate this twice. I can even attack for 5 and offer to trade for the 4/5, which I will, because it's a lot of damage. I'm hoping he doesn't have Stolen Vitality here. If he does, I will sack and do something, but yeah, just trade is fine. And then we can still drain him end of turn for only 1. Like, we can drain him 2 for a turn, but the 4/5 was scary. If it was going to turn nighttime, it's a 6/6 Vigilance, which could be kind of bad for us if the opponent has instances. So I will sack it in response. And yeah, we can only activate this once anyway, so we might as well do this. And I'll probably just take... Nah, he's not attacking, so this is fine. And we can keep draining him and attacking with the 4/4, so not bad. We'll attack with the 4/4. And then we'll just let it turn nighttime, I don't mind. We still have some good blocks against everything else. And yeah, we'll see go. And in a turn we can also kill this, but I might want to save this for something scarier as well. And the opponent doesn't have any good attacks, we can just, again, just keep draining him. So yeah, we can just keep sitting back and draining him and taking it from there. So we'll just pass again. We have this game covered. As the opponent plays Burly Breaker, which we could kill end of turn, given that it's nighttime, and we can give -13/-13, which I'm going to do right now, because that could be a problem. Yeah, it's just really powerful. The werewolves get really punished by cards like Silverbolt, Olivia's Midnight Ambush, and Defenestrate. So that's the reason why werewolves are also just not great in the set. They don't really enter the battlefield and generate any value unless you're playing, obviously, Tovolar. Like, the Organ Hoarders, like, they just draw you a card. Some creatures just make zombies. Some creatures you can just bring back from a yard after you disturb them out. And yeah, even a Static Awakener, even if you sacrifice a creature and it dies, you still end up drawing a card off of it. So that's the reason why big chunky creatures aren't amazing in this set. And yeah, we're 6-2. Hopefully we can get the final boss. And yeah, we went 4-0 and then we lost 2 in a row. But hopefully the third final boss will be a 7 wins. And then next video, I'm probably just going to do another Midnight Hunt draft plus the core set premiere draft, which could be quite fun as well. For color preferencing, I think blue is pretty good in all 3 of the sets. White's worst, pretty bad in core set 2020. Black is pretty decent in all colors and all sets as well. So blue and black stands out. Red is slightly bad in core set 2019, but not that bad. It's solid in 2020. In war, it's pretty. I mean, not in war. In 2021, it was also fine. So red is also a fine color to be in. I'll keep this hand. Actually, black is pretty bad in core set 2021. Never mind. So black is also not solid. Green is pretty bad in core set 2019, but was okay in 2020 and 2021. So I don't know. You guys are hearing me rambling. I know all this stuff. I've drafted all the sets so far, but all right, we'll attack for 2. Could see the flash creature. I think I'm still fine if he flashes into 3-1 in trades. If not, Houndtamer's good. Could see the Faithful End here. The 2-mana destroy target creature investigate. It's surprised he didn't flash this in trade, because this is also annoying. I guess he might. I think he thinks he can be aggressive against us. So we're just gonna pass our turn, keep up our instances. We can even turn this nighttime and Sigo. Like, there's really no reason to attack here. Yeah, no reason to attack. We'll Sigo. I get a 4/4 which can block well, and I can start loading up counters. And I have this nice mana sink ability, so I don't really care. I can also exile this, which I probably will, but I'm going to do that before end step happens. I can also do it on his turn, so if he decides to attack, I can just make it into a 5/5. Do I want to do that? I mean, yeah, I might as well to be mana efficient, so what I can do now is I can put a counter onto my Untamed Pup, and then next turn we can play land, Rotten Reunion away the Sunstreak Phoenix, and then still keep up my mana as an activated ability and also drain them. So exile is quite relevant, so we'll see go. Fine with the Festival Crasher. And then if he has any tricks, we still have Olivia's Midnight Ambush to kind of blow him out, so we should be fine here. If he has the +3/+3, that could be a problem, since if I shrink this into a 2/2, that doesn't really accomplish anything. Abandon the post so I can't block. That's rude. Alright, I guess I could ambush here, because he might use it again and I can prevent some damage from happening. I guess it's nighttime, so I could also just use it on the 4/3. Yeah, sure, we'll just use it on the 4/3. And I can also just exile this, abandon the post end of turn so I don't take too much damage. And we'll just exile, abandon the post so he doesn't do it again. I could also have taken the damage, actually. But I think killing the 4/3 was fine, given that he's planning to make a daytime to draw a card, and I don't want him looking at the top of his library, so... And then we can just keep loading up counters onto our creatures with Untamed Pup. And even Timberland Guide isn't a bad creature to load up a counter onto, so you know what, I'm just going to play counter Timberland Guide, and actually it might be fine just putting it on the Houndtamer, because he could also have, whatchamacallit, the 5-mana removal spell, but he would just use that on my end step. So maybe I just put on a Siege Zombie just to be safe. And then the 1/1 can still trade for the 3/1. The 3/3 can still block the 3/1 here. So no attacks to go. Because he could have a lot of things, so I gotta be careful. So I'm happy I exiled the Sunstreak Phoenix, and then we dealt with the 4/3. So he's gonna attack with Vault and take the risk. I think I'm fine taking the 3. For the other blocks, I'm going to block here and then block here and see what's up. See, Stone Blessed Defiance. Do I care about that? I'll let that resolve. Hopefully no Burn the Accursed. Yeah, if I put a counter... I don't need to put a counter now. We'll just let the damage happen. He gets to make a 1/1 entry. I should have drained him for 1, so that might have been a minor misplay. And then hopefully he doesn't have Burn the Accursed, as we get to put counters everywhere. Yeah, and then put another counter onto Houndtamer. So then now Burn the Accursed doesn't kill it. We can play land, attack for 6, and then play Bird Admirer to hold off his other threats. So that's really sweet. And then Bird Admirer can also start growing with the +1/+1 counters, so yeah. Hits even nighttime, so that's even better. Yeah, let's attack for 7. And then start loading counters onto the Wing Shredder. And we'll do it now just in case he has Burn the Accursed. So they go. Yeah, Houndtamer can just win games. It seems like if you just leave this around and, you know, you just put counters everywhere, you just quote-unquote win. So I can put a counter onto Pound Tamer because I can attack past all of this next turn. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he has to block this, otherwise he's dead. So we'll attack with all. Yeah, he has to block this with 2 creatures, otherwise he's just gonna die. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess he's just dead anyways. Because even if he puts a 1/1 here, I can pump this into a 9/9, and then I guess he needs to double block this, and then put a 1/1 in front of this, and then take 4. I can still pump my 8/8. So yeah, he's basically dead. All right, sweet. We finally got 7 wins. Almost got reverse swept again, but yeah, that's pretty awesome. And next video, we're probably just gonna do our final Midnight Hunt draft before Crimson Vow comes up, and then probably do a core set premiere draft to round out the video. Since I don't have enough time for my recording, I'm limited to 4 hours for my videos for the software I have. So yeah, pretty sweet. Finally got 7. And luckily enough, we didn't get reverse swept. So just a black-green good stuff deck. Not an amazing deck by any means. And this is also a quick draft. So we were also just drafting with bots, and bots are programmed to ignore specific cards like a Static Awakener, which is quite insane. And what else was there? And yeah, even like Dawnhart Mentor gets passed to us. But yeah, it's nothing special. I mean, some OK removal, double Olivia's Midnight Ambush, Eat Alive, double Silverbolt. And then, yeah, Siege Zombie could be a win condition. Same with Dawnhart Mentor. Some early 2-drops. Some decent late game. Not exciting. The late game wasn't that exciting, but we had Dawnhart Mentor and Hound Tamer, which act as powerful mana sinks in the late game, which allow us to win like the last game we saw. And I think the first match we played, Dawnhart Mentor got threatened to activate as well. So yeah, just a boring black-green deck, nothing exciting, but we still managed to get it, so I'm not going to complain. And there was an argument for actually throwing in the Tireless Hauler into our deck because we have double Olivia's Midnight Ambush, which wanted us to transition into introduce a daytime nighttime cycle. So there was also an argument for throwing in this common, which I'm going to show you right now with the Tireless Hauler over the 5/5. So maybe it was correct just putting this in so then it can make our Olivia's Midnight Ambush better. But I forgot to side it out, and it felt like we were doing the whole Coven thing. Like the draft started out as white-green Coven, but we saw Morbid Opportunist and then a Static Awakener and then Eat Alive, which moved us into black, which I still think was a good choice given how powerful the black cards were. But anyways, let's claim our prize and then just open up some packs. And maybe the next video we're just gonna do Midnight Hunt and then core set premiere. Since I keep saying that we're gonna do this, but we don't. So yeah, let's crack some packs. And the system is kind of laggy, so bear with me. 5 packs, pack 1, pick 1. Midnight Hunt. We got a rare. Probably Devote Graphkeeper. Revenge of Drown would keep us open, but blue-white is also one of the top-tier archetypes, and I don't want to miss out on this. We can even splash this in blue-green, and I think it's a lot more powerful than Revenge. But Revenge would keep you open in case you end up blue-black zombies, blue-green, blue anything. I still take Devote Graphkeeper, take it early, and maybe force blue-white, which is also a very good archetype. I'll take Foul Play over Clear Shot. The reason why is, again, black is a busted color in this set. Like, sure, Clear Shot, it might not lead to blowouts like Clear Shot would, but again, it's in black, so I take it. There's always the argument just taking a Clear Shot. If you know you're in a pod where black is going to be a highly contested color, and you know that black is going to get gobbled up, you could always just take the Clear Shot in case, because you might, maybe blue-green is the more open, is mostly the open color, and you just want to take this. But both cards are nice. I like him even over Moonrager Slash, which is supposedly the red best common in the set. But given how, again, lackluster red is, this card doesn't overperform. Funny enough, like, people were raving about this when the first set started. They call this Lightning Bolts, where you turn nighttime and did play the Lightning Bolt for 3 damage. I still take this over every other red common, pack 1, pick 1, since everything else most likely could wheel, like Festival Crashers. But still, card underperformed, given how bad red was. But red will definitely improve in the next sets. I don't think red's going to be the best color, but it's going to be the second best behind black. And then white is also close. Take Falcon Abomination over Cathartic Pyre. Same reasoning. Red is not good. Pack sucks. I wouldn't mind Sunrise Cavalier. Like, you know, I mean, I would even maybe just take Baneblade of Force Black. Like, it's a decent aggressive black uncommon. It's kind of difficult to block. Actually, Baneblade Scoundrel isn't that bad. I kind of underrate this card a lot. But, yeah, this card makes it really difficult to block, and also pretty decent since Black-Blue is actually a bit of a... It's a tempo deck trying to get on the board, and it's also looking to beat down and drain the opponent. Sunrise Cavalier, pretty important in the red-white deck, so if you end up somehow in that deck, this is an important uncommon, but it's also not in a color combination I like, so maybe I take Baneblade Scoundrel. I underrate that card, but sometimes if you want to stay mono-black, it's actually not a bad card to have. And yeah, I guess we didn't collect every rare and Mythic yet. I wouldn't mind first picking Arlen. Arlen is definitely more splashable than Tovolar, since you don't need to play this in necessarily a werewolf deck. It's just a good card, a good planeswalker to have. If you can play this in a blue-green deck, like, you can still splash red, hopefully pick up Arlen, draw into it and not mill it, and cast it as a powerful planeswalker. And it's just really good. Just being able to keep up your creatures as flash is a nightmare for your opponent to interact and attack into. And then the Maya Sphere already just gives you some creatures, and obviously the nighttime is pretty nice too, just helping you ramp, which isn't that great, honestly, because red-green is kind of a low-curve beatdown deck. But, I mean, she also just becomes a werewolf deck in a free roll the opponent. So Arlen is great, and I wouldn't mind first picking it and maybe splashing it in blue-green. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And then until next time, we'll probably do another Innistrad Midnight Hunt draft, and then maybe do Premier draft core sets. I know the draft opens are also going to be available, I mean, on December the 13th or 14th, so now drafts are going to be introduced to Arena to help qualify, and for the Mythic qualifiers, I think, or give you, like, I think you get like $2,000 if you manage to make it to day 2, and also win all 7 of your games, which is really nice, or 5 games. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, in the meantime, have a great one. Take care. Bye.